We begin the countdown to kickoff for our featured game. We're joined by Beckman football coach Mark Atwater. Coach, your team now 4-3, 2-3 in the district. Dropped that decision to Sumner Fred last week, 38-7. Tell me about that game.
Just a tough night for us. We knew what it was coming into it. It was kind of us and them for that playoff spot. Hey, we've been hit with a lot of adversity this year, and just wasn't able to come out on top. We struggled to stop their run game. They do a lot of things that put us in a bind. We got a lot of young kids out there, and they attacked the right spots. I think they saw some good things on film, and just we weren't able to get off the field. And then offensively, just running, passing. Hey, we ripped off a big run, started out in the lead, but just unable to keep things going. Credit to Coach Coyle. He does a really good job with those kids. They were really prepared, and they came out and did a really nice job. So tough night for us, but you just look at it and hope to build and hope to work on some things and look towards like I said, some of those young kids are future, and hey, we got to get better.
Let's talk a little bit about, because I know those young kids kind of thrown into a tough role here, but I think you like how these kids here have kind of responded for you, the kids that continue for you.
Yeah, you kind of always bring up that next man in mentality, but we're really living it this year, and it's not a cliche for us. And so for those kids, hey, just step in a role that maybe you're not used to or not ready for. And we got kids moved all over the place, defensively especially. Hey, you might not normally play here. We need it. Our numbers are just hurt right now, and between a lot of different situations, we just had to have kids. All right, come step up, come make it work. And so you can never be, I'm never upset with the effort I'm getting from our kids. I'm never upset with the things that they're able to do and put forward towards our program. So you look at those things and think, hey, that's something you can build off of.
Right.
We got so many young kids playing, and you just say, this is going to benefit you down the road. And that's kind of the mentality we've had to take. And those kids have really bought into it, and they believe in it. And I think this is going to make those guys a lot stronger, a lot more prepared as they move forward in their football careers. And you're just proud of those kids because it is stuck in a tough situation. And, they've responded the best that they can. And I said, hey, give me your best effort. Give me a high energy, and that's what they've given, and you can't ask for more than that.
Absolutely. All right, MFL MarMac, what do you know about the Bulldogs?
Hey, we're pretty familiar here after these last year playing them twice and coming in again this year. The number one thing is just Coach Anderson does a really nice job. They run their stuff so well, and I just applaud him. They lost a lot of offensive production with those two big ball carriers that they lost last year, but they've plugged and played with some different guys, and I think for their team they're just so balanced with, hey, we kind of spread the ball out, we do a good job getting the ball here, getting the ball there, and up front they've just continued to grow. I felt that last year, just hey, they were kind of young up front and we were a little bit more senior laden, and we said after those games, they're going to be a tough team in the future because they've got so many young kids playing. And, kind of in the situation, we're in with, hey, young kids that, hopefully ours can grow up and be successful like theirs are being right now. But, just do a lot of nice things, getting the ball all over the place. And it's every time you play an offense like this, it's tough to prepare for because they just create matchups where you've got to have one guy that makes the play, and we talk about that. Hey, that's the part of this, and everyone talks about a spread offense nowadays where you spread things out. Well, this is like a spread run where you just have to account for a lot of gaps. Everyone's got to hold their gap, and then when the ball comes through your gap, can you make a tackle? And sometimes, that means a corner. Sometimes that means a D-end, and it puts everyone in a job, and can you do your job? And the thing is, if one person doesn't do their job, that can create a big run or a big, tough situation. And then they'll play action you where, hey, that safety that's supposed to, cover a tight end, if he doesn't see him slip vertical, it's a touchdown. So, they just do a lot of things really well. And, like I said, they kind of knew this was coming with what they had coming up and just did a really nice job. And starts with Coach Anderson for sure.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Blazer football coach Mark Atwater and his Beckman program. Countdown to kickoff continues after this.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
Looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's new redesigned People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. The account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank, ready to serve you. Stop into one of our 20 convenient locations to open a People's Checking Account. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
It's back to school time again, and that means the fall sports season is in full swing. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona wish all of our area cross-country, volleyball, and football student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Get out and support your local school sports teams this fall. Family Dentistry of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
MFL MarMac football is brought to you in part by Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, the Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Bacon Concrete in Postville, and by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. You're listening to High School Football on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa. We continue the countdown to kickoff for our featured game. We're joined by MFL MarMac football coach Dan Anderson. Coach, your team picking up that district title last week. You clinched it by a final score of 33-20 over Cascade. Tell me about that game.
Well, it was a good football game. I think we came out in that game, ready to play, but the speed of the game was a little fast for us because Cascade is really athletic, and it was. Our defense took a little while to get going. They scored on us a couple times there in the first half. Once was on a short field, though, on a botched snap on a punt. But, their offense was clicking pretty good. But all came down to the second half and our physical style football and the run game. And we just wore them down. And second half, our first 3 possessions, we scored 3 times and really controlled the clock. And defense really got going in the second half and shut them down. And they got some yards, but we kept them out of the end zone until I think about a minute 15 left in the game.
Well, the big thing is offensively, had a couple of backs over 100 yards for you there, passed the football well. I mean, all phases of the game offensively.
Yeah, I told Coach Pomerantz, our offensive coordinator, I said this might be our most balanced game we've had in years. Having two backs over 100 yards and, Zach throwing the ball for, I think, 128 or something like that, and he hit 7 different receivers on 8 passes. So you can't ask for much better balance, and that's what makes us pretty dangerous is that, we're not a one-man show. We got a lot of guys on our football team that can play football, a lot of guys that can beat you. And, the offensive line's playing better every week, other than some penalties, that we still need to clean up. We were firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and especially defensively. I mean, I know your linebackers get all the credit, but the guys up front doing a great job for you.
They do. Tristan was doing an awesome job in there at nose. I mean, they've got an all-state caliber center. That Kate Roush, number 55 from Cascade, is really a good football player. And, Tristan was still giving him some problems and still getting in there. Deal and Hersman at DNs there. We're getting some good pressure on the quarterback. And those guys up front don't always get the credit, but they're the ones that really eat up a lot of the blockers and let our linebackers flow and make a lot of tackles.
All right, let's talk about Beckman now. What do you know about the Blazers?
Well, the one thing we know is they knocked us out of the playoffs last year, and they beat us twice last year. And so, there's some hard feelings there, and our guys are excited to play them again and get them at home. We know they've got a few players that are unavailable for non-injury related reasons, and we're still going to treat this game like it's to get us into the playoffs. We're not going to hold back. We are going to go after these guys, and like you said, our kids they remember last year. Most of these guys were playing against Beckman, and Beckman's got some good football players still on their team. Their running back is a really good player. That it would be Wolf Cool this year, 27, and they've got a couple good receivers, Kleesner and Sheets. The quarterback throws the ball well when he has time, but they've got some teams have gotten some pressure on him this the last couple of weeks, and so we're going to come after them. We're really going to come after these guys, and I expect us to be pretty fired up. And even though Beckman's out of the playoffs, we're going to treat this like it's a district title game, and we're really coming after them.
And obviously, you want to continue the momentum going into the postseason. So what do you see as keys in the ball game?
Yeah, I mean, the keys in the ball game are just to be physical and play fast and control the clock. Make sure we get pressure. I think that's a big key. A few of their linemen are again not playing because of some non-injury related reasons, and they got some guys in there that are backups, and so we're not going to make that quarterback comfortable back there. We're coming after him, and we're going to put some heat on him. And we've been playing great run defense this year. I mean, we've held every team other than Postville way below their average on rushing, and a lot of that was by our third team defense. But our starting defense held Postal to negative yardage. So our run defense is solid. And when teams want to throw the ball on us, we're going to come after them, and they're going to have to prove that they can throw a good ball when they're falling backwards to get somebody in his face. So, those are the big keys. Just control the clock, pound the ball, wear them down, and get after the quarterback.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
All right, thanks, Dan.
MFL MarMac football coach Dan Anderson on his Bulldog program. Countdown to kickoff continues after this.
In a lawsuit, a little extra liability protection can go a long way. I'm Julie Depke, agent. A personal liability umbrella policy from American Family Insurance offers $1 million or more of coverage over and above the limits of your auto and home policy, and it's affordable.
Contact Julie Depke, agent, at 205 South Main Street in Elkader or call 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Sode's Green Acre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is filled with great gift ideas with a wide selection of Iowa-themed and produced unique and one-of-a-kind gifts, handcrafted items, and a great selection of top-shelf spirits, wine, and craft beers. Sode's Greenacre Gift Shop and Liquor Store joins Perk Central at 7 Goethe Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's Greenacre in Guttenberg, Iowa is more than just a store.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barnes along with Coach Aaron Hammond. We welcome you to Monona. It is week number 8 of the high school football season. In our featured matchup tonight, MFL MarMac plays Beckman on a blustery fall evening here in Monona. It's freaking cold outside.
It's cold, Dan. That wind's blowing right in up here. We underestimated the cold a little bit tonight.
Game time temperature, upper 30s. It's going to fall into the 20s, but it's October, all right? The good news is we have no rain, so it's a beautiful night for high school football.
It's a nice night. It's a nice fall night. No rain is the big key, but that weather's going to be a factor tonight.
The other thing is we saw that it was a factor in the JV game. It's cold. You're going to have some problems hanging on to the football. About every third play we had in the JV game, which they played 2 quarters, there was a ball on the ground.
Yeah, that's going to make a difference, just holding on to the ball, but both of these teams are going to be ready to go.
Yeah, you can hear the wind in the background in our microphones here, so it's going to be a crosswind tonight here in Monona. Again, MFL MarMac, they are the Class 1A District 4 champ. This game means absolutely nothing because the pairings are already, as far as the top 4 seeds, that's already been determined in this district. So you have MFL MarMac as the top seed, and you have a Beckman team that is out of the postseason. The Blazers, at one point, were ranked at number 3. They have ended up having a very difficult year. We'll stay away from the players that were lost because the focus is on the guys that are finishing this season for Beckman.
Yeah, and I think that's what their coach is going to focus on here, Mark. Atwater is going to talk about these young guys stepping in, starting to build for next year, trying to figure this out. And, the district's just determined. We talked about that. Win or lose tonight, MFL is the district champions. Columbus is going to be number 2. The 2 teams battling it out yet in this district are Cascade and Sumner Fred, both sitting at 2-2 in the district. They'll figure it out. And
well, Cascade plays Postville tonight, so again, it would be a major shocker if they are not the number 3 seed, but they hold the tiebreaker over Sumner Fred. And the pairings will not be announced till later on. But for Beckman, it's a team, again, as we mentioned, had a 1-point loss to Cascade. Season kind of went off the rails for them. It is a young team, though, and some of those guys have really stepped up. And it starts with the junior quarterback, T.J. Thier. 18 of 40 on the season. He's thrown 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, has thrown for 247 yards, and he's done a really nice job taking over the reins of running the offense for Beckman.
He has. The guy he replaced, a lot of experience and was kind of, leading this team. And when he, is no longer there, Thier's stepping in, and he's still, young enough, figuring out his role, but I think these are great games for him building for next year.
When you talk about receiving-wise, Luke Shields is a good receiver for them. He's got 6 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. He also has 6 rushes for 46 yards. So it's a case there like Eli Kleesner, another kid that has a touchdown. He's got 6 receptions. What has happened to Beckman is their strength had always been up front. Now they're just so young up front with a lot of sophomores now filling in roles for them.
Yeah, not as big. I think at the beginning of the year they were one of the bigger teams up front in the trenches. And, with the loss of some of those guys, they got a little smaller. Still strong guys up there, but young and a little smaller. So that's where a lot of the work has to be put in for tonight's ball game.
The other thing is, running-wise, they've still got a pretty good fullback in Nick Wolfkuhl. Wolfkuhl has rushed for nearly 900 yards this season.
Yeah, 900 yards, 134 carries. He's got 6 touchdowns. A senior playing out this year knows we don't have a playoff shot anymore, but, man, he's just running hard. And I'm sure in the back of his mind he's thinking getting to 1,000 yards would be nice to do tonight on the ground.
For MFL MarMac, and we saw this last week, defensively, this is a team that has really been able to control a lot of teams. Now, Cascade put up 20, again, scored a late touchdown. Cascade had a good first half there, but we saw them hold Columbus in check to 7 points in the ball game. They have just basically worn teams down throughout the season.
Yeah, and I think that all starts up front. They've got great guys making tackles in the trenches. Cade McElwain has got 58 tackles, 34 solos. He's got 1.5 sacks. I think it all starts with those guys up front. Tristan Kane, I don't think he's playing tonight, but, having him in the trenches, battling some injury tonight. But those guys up front and then those linebackers with their speed being able to get to those tackles.
The other thing is offensively, the balance they have had. Powell's rushed for over 700 yards. Driscoll has thrown for nearly 600. Blitz Benteen has rushed for nearly 600 yards.
Yeah, when we talk the last couple of years, we've always talked about that two-headed monster. It's so balanced. Between rushing, between receiving, between throwing.
All right, they're going to play the national anthem. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll be back with the opening kickoff with week number 8. You're listening to High School Football from KCTN Sports.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be. Check us out online at 4browns.com.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Guttenberg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Top Gun Collision Center knows hunting season is over, but the deer still have a lot of tags to fill. If you've been tagged by anything, pull into the stoplight at Top Gun. That's it. Bob and his technicians have over 35 years experience and will handle everything. We write the estimate, take photos, and follow the factory engineered repaired procedures to fix your vehicle quickly and, most important, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. While you're there, ask Bob about his community and veteran discount program. Call Bob at 563-964-9899. That's 563-964-9899.
Welcome back once again to Monona. Just about ready to go with our ball game tonight here on KCTN. The Bulldogs come in. They are 6-1 on the season. More importantly, 4-0 in the district. The Blazers going to try to even up their record here tonight. Pretty good crowd actually on hand for this ball game tonight here in week number 8. We mentioned that MFL MarMac is headed to the postseason as the number 1 seed. As far as who will they play, well, it's hard to say.
Everybody's speculating. There's so many good teams in this district, so I'm curious to see what the state's going to do with some of these teams and how they split them up. But they'll have at least 2 rounds, maybe a 3rd round right here in Monona.
Right, and obviously each game you take in itself, but it could be South Hardin maybe. They're a 4 seed. Maybe the Durant-Regina loser tonight perhaps. I don't think Sumner Fred comes back this way yet. But lots of just when you think you've got it figured out, then it's Eagle Grove coming over or something like that.
You never know where they're going to come from. But I think for the Bulldogs right now, they know at least for a couple of rounds, postseason comes through Monona, and that's huge for them.
And as far as how they are approaching this ball game, Coach Anderson said, we're playing this ball game here to win. We want to continue that momentum going into the postseason here. So they are not overlooking Beckman. Yes, they are very concerned about being healthy. Don't get me wrong. You want to enter the postseason healthy here, but they still want to take care of business and continue the way they have been playing throughout this really second half of the season once we got to district play.
Well, and if you look at recent history too, they've played them a couple times last year. They only put up a touchdown each time. So there's a little we want to get some revenge, I guess you could call it, some vindication that we are a good team, and they want to prove that tonight. So they're not going to go easy or just try to win easy. They're going to go win a ball game. They're going to play hard.
All right, let's talk about some of these numbers. We didn't get a chance to before the break, but Carver Blitz-Benteen has 84 rushes this year, 547 yards. Wyatt Powell has 66 rushes for 743 yards. So we talk about that balance. And let's start with those two running the football. We haven't even mentioned Carter Decker yet.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about the most speed they have in Carter Decker, but with Wyatt Powell, a big bruising back, and Carver Blitz-Benteen stepping from that quarterback position last year into a running back, I think it was a great move because they complement Driscoll so well at that quarterback position. We talked 584 yards for Driscoll throwing the ball on 44 of 76. Doing a great job for the sophomore starting as the quarterback.
Yeah, you talk about the 76 pass attempts, so what we're talking about there is a lot of balance. Defensively, you mentioned Tristan Kane not available tonight. They hope to have him back next week at the start of the postseason, but it is a team that defensively, certainly you have, McElwain leading them defensively up front. Tonight we'll go with McElwain, by the way. Also defensively with the linebackers as well. Plenty of speed there with Powell and Blitz-Benteen among their tackling leaders.
Well, and we talked about, the smaller line that Beckman brings to this game tonight. I think MFL MarMac looks at not only the speed up front, but also the size up front, those guys just winning it in the trenches there on the line of scrimmage.
All right, we'll have updates on a number of games across the area tonight. And right now, North Fayette Valley trying to clinch the number 3 seed in their district. They're at Old Mine tonight, and they lead 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. So a good start for North Fayette Valley on the road at Old Mine. And what was a 7 o'clock start tonight, we're going to be the late show tonight. That's a rarity for us.
Well, North Fayette Valley playing so much better second half of the season. When they kind of started figuring themselves out, I look to see them come out on top in that Old Mine game, playing well. Good start for them.
Also, at the end of one, this score just in, Edco and Midland are tied at 8, and those two teams are playing for the 3 speed. That's a playoff game tonight to get into the playoffs.
It is, and that's down at Midland. That's at the fairgrounds down there in Wyoming, so not an easy place to play. And both of them know it. That's a big ball game.
All right, let's talk about keys in this ball game, and let's start first off here for Beckman. For Beckman, Cascade had a lot of success, short passes there, but I still think it involves getting Wolfkuhl a lot of touches, that fullback here. Remember how Beckman was able to run the ball against MFL MarMac last year. A little bit different, obviously, tonight, but they still want to establish it with their fullback up front.
I think so. With the senior there, we talked about 877 yards, 6 touchdowns. They're going to feed the beast as much as they can, but they're going to have to establish that line of scrimmage, and Wolfkuhl's going to have to hold on to it. We talked about that ball being cold, the weather, your fingers being cold. Holding on to that ball is going to be a key for Wolfkuhl.
For MFL MarMac, again, I think it lines up here offensively. Take care of the football tonight. In the games which MFL MarMac has struggled, they have turned the ball over, and that was the first 2 weeks of the season. It's certainly been better hanging on to it since, but you don't want to turn the ball over here and put yourselves in a bad position.
Well, and that cold is a wild card. You don't know, how that's going to affect people. There is a wind difference, so, field position is going to play a big difference in who's throwing the ball, who's running the ball.
All right, so we're still about 90 seconds away from the opening of this ball game tonight here on KCTN FM 100 and live video streamed as well on KCTN.com and then, of course, on our YouTube channel as well. We mentioned the crosswind, and it is basically If you're familiar with how the field lays out here, it's towards Highway 52, one end zone, towards the town, the other end zone, and it's more of a crosswind tonight.
It's coming out of the northwest, so it's kind of blowing across the field mainly, but it's also kind of blowing north to south.
So any throw that you make towards the far side of the field for us could be a challenge.
It could be. That ball might float a little bit. You're going to have to get some air under to get it over that wind, so that could be a difference maker. Just how you could call plays.
And Jonah Willie, one of the captains out there for MFL MarMac, injured his knee last week, and they are hoping maybe that he returns for the postseason at some point as well, as they send out the captains here, and it will be MFL MarMac actually receiving to start this ball game tonight. So the Bulldogs going to take the offense here, and they will be headed from left to right, our left to right, or basically into town here in Monona on a crisp week number 8 of the high school football season. This time of year, get into a little bit of everything. I think you said you had a little snow last night, a few flurries.
We had a little flurries last night. We had a soccer game last night. Fall settling in, and winter's not that far off.
Hopefully we get a little warmer weather next week, but yes.
Or we dress warmer, one of the two.
I thought we had the right idea tonight. So once again, Beckman to lunch it away here for week number 8. Bulldogs wearing their black bottoms, a royal blue top. They have of course, yellow numbers there. Bulldogs across the front. They have that white helmet there with you've got numbers on one side there. Some guys have stickers on the sides as well there for good plays. Blazers, white tops, white bottoms. They've got those gold helmets. We're ready to launch it away here for week number 8 on KCTN FM 100. To do the kickoff chores will be number 30, Trent Arns. Arns is a senior, 6'2", 202-pound senior to launch it away here for what is, again, week number 8 of the high school football season. So Arns launches it away. It is a deep kick. Decker looks it into the end zone. It's a touchback, and it will be first down, 10 yards to go for MFL MarMac at their own 20-yard line. Zach Driscoll takes over running the show for the Bulldogs on 1st and 10.
Yeah, nice kick there by Arden. So a little wind aided there, but easily into the end zone. So MFL MarMac's going to start on their 20, and curious to see what they come out to do here. They're throwing into the wind here, that crosswind out of the northwest a little bit. Do they establish that running game, see what's up front? Do they try to throw it? It'll be curious to see how they start.
All right, you got that wind moving directions on us here?
It is. It's turning. It's turning a little bit.
Sounds like a boy who was raised out in the farm in the open. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 20-yard line. Bulldogs start middle of the field at the 20-yard line. Shotgun formation. Powell to the right of Driscoll. Fakes the handoff. It's actually there. Correction, blitz Benteen. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, brings it right up the middle, and gets to the 25-yard line. So blitz Benteen there. Took the snap on first down in more of a wildcat formation, and it's going to be second down and 5 yards to go. So they went big right away here.
Yeah, big up front, gave it to Blitz Benteen, little wildcat, and I think he's still out there. So he's running the offense right now. Driscoll not on the field. Maybe lined up as a wide receiver.
So it's now second down, 5 yards to go. In our starters, by the way, he's listed as a starter. Second down, 5 yards to go. They bring it right side with Powell, gets the handoff to the 25-yard line, then stood up there as Beckman defensively, a fine job on the left side of their line. Michael Dinan leading the charge, only a pickup of a yard. So Driscoll was listed as a starter in the sheet, not only that we were given ahead of time by MFL MarMac, but also right before the game as well. But they've decided that they're going to go big formation here, maybe run some power football starting out, huh?
Yeah, that makes it pretty obvious that they're going to try to establish this ground game here with Powell and Blitz Benteen carrying the first two.
What's nice about this is Blitz Benteen was your starting quarterback all last season.
It's not like this is new for him.
Third down, 4 yards to go. Still shotgun formation. They run it with Powell. Left side trying to get around edge. Has to cut back towards the middle of the field. Gets out to about the 28-yard line. He is short of first down, and it will be fourth down and short. And up front, number 67, Joe Angler, making the stop up front for the Blazers. But Beckman does exactly what they want to do, forcing MFL MarMac into a 3-and-out in the opening possession.
Yeah, just nice job up front by the Blazers, the defensive front establishing the line of scrimmage and stopping that run before they're able to fall forward.
And
like
now
we've seen all year.
Schlee punting, and he'll stand back at his 15-yard line. Schiltz is back to receive middle of the field at the 35-yard line. They figure to get pretty good field position. So the Bulldogs to punt on 4th and 2. And Schlee, low snap, it bounces. There's a flag down. He picks it up, gets it out of there somehow.
Nice.
And it bounces at midfield. Will kick into Beckman territory at the 45-yard line down to the 44-yard line. So a break there, but there is a flag down. And if it's offsides on the Blazers, that would give Beckman, or MFL MarMac rather, a first down. But if it is movement by the Bulldogs, they'll tack on 5 yards at the end of that ball, which came dead at the 43-yard line, and it is on MFL MarMac there. They had illegal procedure. So does Beckman decide to take the ball, and they are going to decline the penalty. Actually, they'll take it at the 43-yard line. So Beckman has the first break of the ball game. They got a defensive stop early in this game.
And that's huge, for a program that's regrouping and trying to figure some things out and build for the future. That was a huge stop on a very powerful Bulldog offense.
So they mark it at the 44-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Blazers come out. 3 receivers to the right. They have a single receiver to the left in Kleesner. They operate from the left hash mark. So first down, 10 yards to go. They'll try to spread out the Bulldogs. And on 1st and 10, the long snap there. And Thier, waiting for the snap, gets it, hands it to Wolfkiel. Hit in the backfield at the 40-yard line and dropped down there. Blitz, Benteen, and Powell had a meeting in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 yards. And it's second down, 14 yards to go. Run blitz right in the A-gap.
Yeah, they came right up that main A-gap, and they met at the running back as he got the ball. So a loss of about 4 yards there for Wolfkiel, and that's not the start that the Blazers wanted offensively.
This is, again, for the Blazers, a much different offensive line than what you had earlier this year. Second down, 14 yards to go. 3 receivers to the left. Thier will work out of pistol formation here with Wolfkiel behind him and off to the right. They'll send Schiltz in motion. He gets the handoff on the jet sweep, trying to get to the corner, but it's stretched out well. There again is Blitz Benteen and Allert from the linebacker spot. He has stepped into that linebacker role with Schlee going to nose guard in place of Kane, and they drive him back inside the 35-yard line. They're going to lose 6 yards on that.
And Beckman's trying to establish some speed around the corner there, and MFL MarMac, they've lived on their speed this year, and there was no getting around that corner. Nice stop there by the Bulldogs.
So it is third and very long. Third down, 20 yards to go for the Blazers. 3 receivers to the left, a receiver to the right. And on 3rd and 20 from their own 34-yard line, Thier to throw the football. Right side screen play, and it's in and out of hands of the Wolfkiel on the right side. As the ball was ricocheted there, actually lined to him. Wolfkiel unable to haul it in, and Beckman will go 3 and out after losing 10 yards on their first 3 plays, and they will punt the football away here with 8:25 left in our first half.
And Powell and Blitz Benteen came untouched again, so they're going to have to figure out, put another guy down there, bring in a tight end, bring some receiver in the slot, because they're coming untouched, and Thier's going to be having nightmares about them if this is what the night's going to be like.
Radloff and Decker back to receive. Coach Atwater having a conversation with one of the side officials on that 4th down play. He may have been looking for maybe a late hit or something. Not the case.
Yeah, I don't know what he was looking for, but not going to get a call.
And here is a low snap, but the kick is off there by Beckman and Arns, and they stay away from it as it bounces at midfield, then kicks inside MFL MarMac territory, goes inside the 40-yard line all the way back to the 38-yard line. So that ends up being it turns out a 28-yard punt, but that was with the wind behind him. Arns didn't hit it quite like he wanted to, but got a kind roll, and MFL MarMac on their second possession, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, better starting position here for the Bulldogs, but going to have to do a little better on offense. They struggled there that first time, not able to pick up a first down, going 3 and out. We'll see if they bring Blitz Benteen in again or if they go back to Driscoll at quarterback.
It is back to the normal offense with Driscoll at quarterback. First down, 10 yards to go in the backfield. You have Blitz Benteen. Also back there is Powell and Driscoll to throw the football. Looking over the middle of the field. Decker's open, catches it, middle of the field, 30-yard line, makes a defender miss, and here's Decker's speed. 30, 20, 10, gone, touchdown, got it! So on the first play that Driscoll returns, a 62-yard scoring strike. Decker's speed does the rest, and the Bulldogs lead 6-0.
And just like that, the their normal offense gets out in the field. Big play there. Nice catch by Decker in the middle of the field, and his speed just took over, untouched into the end zone there. Bulldogs strike first.
So it is 6-0 and a nice strike over the middle, but then Decker made the defender miss. Wolfkuhl actually tried to slide almost like going into second base feet first to try to catch him at the end, realized there was no chance.
Yeah, he knew he wasn't going to be able to leap to get him, so he tried to go for feet, try to catch him, not high-stepping, and Decker just too much speed.
Dylan Jones will now try the PAT with blitz bent teen to hold. 4 minutes into our first quarter. Spot is down. The kick is up. It's high enough, but it's not long enough, and it's off to the left. It falls short and wide. So we've played 4 minutes. 6-0, the early lead for MFL MarMac. Let's take this break.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
As a busy mom, I have challenges keeping my family on track, but appointments for healthcare visits are no longer one of them. Veterans Memorial Hospital has now opened a new clinic and walk-on, so complete care for my entire family is more accessible than ever, and providers care for all ages, so everyone gets the care they need when they need it. It's a welcome addition for busy families like ours and our community. To learn more, go to veteransmemorialhospital.com.
Veterans Memorial.
6-0, MFL MarMac in the lead. Jones to launch it away, and it falls at the 15-yard line, finally picked up by the Blazers on the near side. They bring it up the sideline across the 20-yard line, near the 30-yard line, pushed out of bounds there. Saving face was Beckman, and returning it there, number 19, I believe, and that is Luke Harwick. So the ball bounced around at the 15-yard line, and Harwick made good headway on that near side to bring it out near the 30-yard line, and that's where the Blazers take over. First down, 10 yards to go. They actually mark it at the 28-yard line with their second possession. So I think MFL MarMac, the first series, said, we're just going to try to power it through you. Then they decided, all right, let's just go back to being who we are.
Go be who we are, and I think with Driscoll out there handing it off, let those running backs get ahead of steam, but nice pass there by Driscoll.
So first down, 10 yards to go for the Blazers at their own 28-yard line, and rolling out to the right is Thier. Thier trying to buy some time, looking long, and he's looking for a receiver down at the 45-yard line in Dinan. He is overshot outside of the numbers at the 40-yard line, covered by Radloff. Also in on the coverage, Christofferson. They went for a deep shot there. It's incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, nice job by the Blazers giving him time to throw, and he kind of rolled out to his right, had everything in front of him, and overshot his receiver just a little bit. But, maybe that wind pushed it a hair, but nice job by Thier, maybe getting that pass out and seeing what he can actually do.
So second down, 10 yards to go. They continue to run out of pistol formation. Low snap, Thier picks it up, fumbles it, but Wolfkill got it off the ground and stumbles ahead to the 27-yard line. They'll lose 2 yards on that. McElwain there making the stop, and that's a loss of a yard. So they have negative yardage so far, and it is 3rd and long for the Blazers.
And this is where, a young team, guys figuring out their roles, they don't want to be behind the sticks all night long, especially early on in this game. They want to get some positives out there. Hasn't happened to this point.
Yeah, Thier did a good job getting that low snap. Tried to save it to Wolfkill, who at least was able to maintain possession. 3rd down, 12 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right. Thier to throw the football again. Again, he's got time now, flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to be wrapped up from behind. He could not avoid McElwain the second time. He stood in front of McElwain the first time to go inside of him, then had to kind of hesitate trying to bring it around left and closed down for a loss back at the 23-yard line. That is a 4-yard loss, and the Blazers go 3 and out on their second straight possession.
Yeah, no positive yardage yet for the Blazers here, and scratching their heads on this very talented Bulldog defense.
Decker back at the 40-yard line, along with, as well, Radloff. And it will be Arns from inside his own 10-yard line to launch it away. Gets the snap there. Arns plenty of time. Good high kick.
Nice
Decker catches it at the 40-yard line, brings it near side, inside MFL MarMac to the Blazer territory as he races down the right sideline, still on his feet inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line, and finally pushed out of bounds there. So the punt, all told, ends up being a net of about 14 yards. But Decker at midfield was able to make a defender miss, push the pile ahead as he got to the 40-yard line, and a nice return to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. That is a 25-yard return and a first down for the Bulldogs.
Well, when he can get by that first wave of tacklers and get ahead of steam, he is a dangerous, dangerous weapon for those Bulldogs.
So 6:19 left in our opening act. MFL MarMac leads 6-0. I don't know if you've heard us mention this, but it's a very cold week number 8. 2 receivers to the left, and you have Radloff in the slot. And now here, Blitz Benteen back to the Wildcat. Blitz Benteen with Powell to his left. Blitz Benteen to throw the football, looking for Decker, middle of the field, wide open, runs underneath it, dives for it, but cannot get to it off his hands at the 5-yard line. Would have been a spectacular catch on a ball laid out well by Blitz Benteen. Incomplete at the 5, and it's 2nd and 10.
That was a well-drawn-up play. With that Wildcat, they're really keying in on the run, and Blitz Benteen just kind of lofted that nose. Decker's got speed. He can go run underneath that, get some air under it, and if Decker catches that with a head of steam, he waltzes in for another touchdown.
So 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Decker getting him some touches early here. They really haven't had to use him a ton, but what a weapon. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Decker goes in motion. Blitz Benteen going to keep it himself on the Wildcat. Brings it middle of the field. 1st down, brings it to the outside. He's down to the 30, 20, 10. Gone. Touchdown. Got it. Blitz Benteen with a 35-yard run out of Wildcat. And the Bulldogs up 12-0 midway through the first.
Yeah, Blitz Benteen, they kind of put Decker in motion and kind of faked that triple option, maybe that pitch, and he just cut it upfield and came back to the opposite side. Great job by the Bulldog line there, holding their blocks, and Blitz Benteen just found the seam, and he gets to the outside and uses that speed. He was gone. So another quick strike there for the Bulldogs.
The scary part of this is you are putting something more on tape here for an opponent to worry about. If you're MFL MarMac, which is great, they'll go for 2. Driscoll has him under center. Decker goes in motion. Driscoll rolling out to the left, looking for Powell. He's open, left corner of the end zone. Strolls in off the left side for the conversion. 6:05 left in the opening act. 14-0. Bulldogs in the lead. Let's take this break.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm, and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, and by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, member FDIC. Jones, a short kick. It is picked up by MFL MarMac, right sideline at the 15-yard line. Shields brings it right up the sideline, right up the hash mark, across the 30, 35-yard line. They'll push him out a couple of yards past that. 1st down, 10 yards to go at their own 36-yard line. MFL MarMac in the lead. They have scored on a big pass play of 62 yards and a big running play of 35 yards. Blitz Benteen the run. Powell the conversion catch. 14-0. MFL MarMac in the lead.
That's an interesting, take on that. Putting some things on film that they haven't done all year long, and all of a sudden, you got more to plan for.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Blazers trying to answer here. 2 receivers to the right. They will work out a pistol formation. Thier to Wolfkill, left side, hit in the backfield and dropped. McElwain is making a living in the backfield. Wolfkill kind of flips the ball in disgust because once he gets it, there's a defender waiting for him, and they lose 4 yards on 1st down. It is 2nd and 14.
Well, and for those who aren't seeing this or listening to us on the radio, they're setting up in pistol, so they're about 4 or 5 yards deep. He's getting the ball from the quarterback, and the defender is right there on the handoff. There is no time to get ahead of steam.
So 2nd down, we'll call it 13. Thier again gets the snap, rolls out to the right, throws a short pass. It is caught right flat area. Dinan catches it across the 40-yard line, pushed out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Nice pitch and catch to the right side. They pick up 8 yards, manageable, 3rd and 5. Cascade last week had a lot of success, especially in the first half, with the short passing game.
Yeah, that mid-range is kind of open a little more because MFL MarMac will give that up, knowing they can catch up to those receivers. But a great first reception there for Thier to get something under his belt.
Get Thier on the move. So now you have 2 receivers to the left, 3rd down, 5 yards to go. And Thier again awaits the snap, gets it. They're going to run it there. No, Thier's going to keep it himself. He's got first down, brings it left side, inside Bulldog territory to the 48-yard line. Nice open field tackle by Christofferson. The read option to the left, the RPO as they like to say, and Thier read it perfectly. Faked the handoff to Wolfkuhl, then brought it left side for first down.
Well, and MFL MarMac was really keying on Wolfkuhl there, so it was a great fake and nice seam there for Thier to find, and a good pickup and move the sticks, more importantly.
Yeah, Bryce Deal that time for MFL MarMac did a great job on the right side getting to Wolfkuhl, but remember, he's the end, so he had to read that, and then that area was vacated. First down, 10 yards to go from the left hash mark, and again on 1st and 10, Thier rolls out to the right, and there's McElwain. He avoids him, but there's Powell to finish it up. Give them half a sack each. Back inside their own territory at the 48-yard line. Thier tried to roll to the right, but had no chance to get outside the pocket. It's a loss on first down again.
Well, that pocket collapsed so fast, and McElwain has been back in the backfield. He's been back in the backfield more than some of the Beckman running backs right now. He's just living back there and just a beast up front.
That is an 8-yard loss on first down, so it's 2nd down and 18 yards to go. 2 receivers to the left, and you can see them lining things up there as Kleesner will be the inside receiver on the left side. 2nd down, 18 yards to go. Thier looking to roll out. Now he's being flushed out of the pocket. Now throws it on the run near the sideline, throws it away over the MFL MarMac sideline on the right side. And there is a flag down as he ran to the right side. And this may be a holding penalty or a block against Beckman because I believe Schlee may have taken a block on that play.
Yeah, he kind of got up gimpy and he waved off the trainers right away. He's like, I'm fine. But it looks like we've got maybe a helmet-to-helmet here on the block on Schlee.
So this is going to push him back. MFL MarMac, I think, even though it's a loss of down, it's 3rd and 18. I think MFL MarMac will be content to the field position, maybe push him back 15 yards.
I think so. With the wind the way it is, they want to push Beckman back and say, you've got the wind. We want to back you up and make you earn this and try to get this back.
Yeah, so you got a blindside block there. It's a 15-yard penalty against Beckman that pushes them back to the 30-yard line. So they have to get down to the 35-yard line on the other side for first down. So this is going to be 3rd and a mile to go here. If you're looking at it this way, it's 3rd and farther than national at this point.
It's a long ways right now, and I don't think Beckman has a 3rd and forever play or a 2nd and forever play right here. They got to manage this. They got to pick up 10, 12 yards, try to make that 3rd down a little more manageable.
So from the penalty where it was the 35-yard line. So he was running backfield already.
Yep.
So it's from the 35-yard line marked off down to the 21-yard line. It is 2nd down. It is 44 yards to go.
Yeah, this is a long ways, and I don't care what team you are. 44 yards is a lot to pick up on 3 plays. They just don't want to go any farther backwards right now.
3 receivers to the right. 4 minutes left in our first quarter. 14-0 Bulldogs in the lead. Thier, a low snap, digs it up. Slant play, left side, tipped by Allert, but caught by the receiver at the 30-yard line at the numbers. It is caught there, I believe, by number 18 in Kleesner, who brought it down on the deflected pass. At the 30-yard line, they pick up 9. But it's still 3rd down and 35 yards to go. But some excitement and a good job by Kleesner after the ball was deflected.
Yeah, that deflection, and Ellert's frustrated by it, but he got his hand on it, got that thing deflected. Receiver did a nice job concentrating, pulling that in, and then a good clean tackle there by the Bulldogs. But a nice pickup there on the pass play from Thier.
As we mentioned, Allert playing in that linebacker spot. They've just moved him down from the safety spot today. 3rd down, the official marking, 38 yards to go. And a low snap, but again, good job by Thier, who's now flushed out of the pocket. Middle of the field, has a receiver open, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, number 87 in Benton Bogey. At the 45-yard line in MFL MarMac territory, he got by the secondary, chased down by Christofferson, but that would have brought back 25-plus yards, but instead in and out of his hands, incomplete, and it's 4th down for the Blazers.
And a nice job by that receiver finding the middle seam, and he had one-on-one coverage and a well-thrown ball, just not able to bring that in.
So Arn stands back inside his 15-yard line to punt it away. Bulldogs bringing the heat, but he gets it out of there. Christofferson back to receive. It's actually Radloff, picks it up at the 30-yard line. He's going to bring it left side now. There's a flag down, and Radloff still running, makes a defender miss, now brings it near side. He's to the 40-yard line. This is a lot of running. He's going to go a long ways, but it's all coming back. He's to the 30, 20, middle of the field. He's going to go in for the score, but wave it away. Great run there by Radloff. Would have been another kickoff return. Would have been his 3rd of the season for as far as punt return, but it's all coming back because a flag was thrown before he even really got going.
Yeah, way back where he received that punt, he kind of backtracked, reverse course on the field, and when he came back, I think we ended up with a block in the back or a hold, and that flag's way back here where
the guilty party was Christofferson. The flag was thrown right away.
Right away.
And Christofferson was doing all he could to avoid blocking in the back, but he obviously got enough that the official said, let's bring it all back. So a great run by Radloff, who ran a mile for that score. It would have been a 70-yard punt return, but instead we'll push it back inside the 30-yard line. And MFL MarMac leading 14-0 with 2:46 to go in our first quarter has their 4th possession.
Well, and you don't want to keep pointing these out, but a learning opportunity here for the Beckman Blazers of, that play looked like it was all bottled up, and all of a sudden he breaks free, and there's no guys pursuing. They have to continue to pursue because the speed of the Bulldogs is something that you just can't, replicate in a practice.
They're going to bring him, by the way, inside the 20-yard line. So it's going to go to the 19-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Special teams miscue by MFL MarMac on that block. And that is the 2nd punt return. Remember, Decker broke a couple of tackles.
He did. So some things to fine-tune there for the Blazers.
All right, Driscoll back in at quarterback. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Kind of in every other situation right now at quarterback. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Slant play left side. Caught by, once again, Christofferson on the slant. Brings it outside the left hash mark across the 35 to the 40-yard line. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line by Wolfkill, coming back in the secondary. A slant to the left side of the field. And nice grab by Christofferson, but a better catch and run.
Yeah, great catch and run there. At first it looked like that might have been stopped short right there at the line of scrimmage, but able to break away a little bit and then just kind of chase down, but a 29-yard pass play for Christofferson.
Puts him out to the 46-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Receiver to the left now in hat. Decker at the wingback. In the backfield is Powell along with Blitz Benteen. And here is a fade route looking for, once again, on the sideline area, Hat. But that ball overshot as he tried to track it down to the 35-yard line on the far side of the field. Yeah, one-on-one coverage there by Thier. And it's 2nd down, 10 yards to go, as Driscoll tried to drop that in the bucket and just did not hook up.
Well, we talked about the weather. Obviously, that was going to be a factor tonight, and a lot of people would think it's going to be hard to throw the ball, hard to catch the ball. Bulldogs are going, hey, this is part of what we do. That's why we're such a balanced offense. They've been striking, throwing the ball.
They've opened the playbook up here, been pretty consistent with that. 2 receivers to the right, and now you have Blitz Benteen back in at quarterback. Gets the snap. He's going to run Wildcat and tries to bring it around right end. There's not much. Arntz, good job holding him up, but Blitz Benteen able to get ahead for 4 yards as he brings it right between the 5 and the 0 at midfield and picks up 4 yards. Wolfkill there to finish things off, but what looked like it was going to be no gain ends up being 4, but it's still 3rd down and 6 for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, nice job by Blitz Benteen, keeping those feet going, falling forward when he finishes, but that looked to be bottled up and just not finishing those tackles where the Blazers making that first contact, not finishing that tackle. That's something that's going to have to be corrected.
We approach 90 seconds here. MFL MarMac just inside Blazer territory, leading 14-0 here in opening quarter. Don't know if you're in 4-down situation yet, but Blitz Benteen continues to work out of shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right. Powell is in the backfield with him, and on the play, it's an inside counter play with Decker. Decker's got 1st down, brings it right side, 40-yard line, and here's Decker splitting the defenders. 30, 20, 10, gone again. So this is a running play by Decker on the inside counter play. A 50-yard touchdown. He has a 62-yard reception, a 50-yard run. 20-0, Bulldogs in the lead.
That was just a well-designed play because you've got Blitz Benteen running the quarterback, hands it off to Powell, so that whole line for Beckman was shifting to the right where Powell was headed, and here comes Decker off the end, and once he got through that 8 gap, there was nobody else there because they had all over-pursued on the handoff, and Decker just flies down the field, a 50-yard touchdown there to put on another score for the Bulldogs.
And here is Jones for the PAT. The spot is down. The kick is up. It is high enough, long enough. Put it on the board. 1:13 left in the opening act. 21-0. MFL MarMac in the lead. Let's take this break.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
So MFL MarMac has now scored on 3 straight possessions. That was a 3rd and 6 play, a 50-yard run by Carter Decker. Jones makes the PAT, so it is now 21-0. MFL MarMac in the lead, and the Blazers set to get it back. Jones from the 40-yard line, good high kick, and it is Hartwick at the left hash mark at the 15-yard line. Brings it up near side. He's across the 25, 30-yard line, out near the 40-yard line. Nice return there by Hartwick, 21-yard return, and it's first down, 10 yards to go for the Blazers, and they take over at their own 40-yard line with 1:04 to go in our first quarter, needing to answer here offensively.
Yeah, they need something. They need something to build off of, something to be positive here, and Nick Wolfkuhl is frustrated. We've seen that with him throwing that ball down because MFL MarMac is bringing run pressure every time.
2 receivers to the right, and as I say that, a third goes to the right side. They continue to work out a pistol formation. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 41-yard line, and back to Wolfkuhl, hit in the backfield, and there's just no chance. At the 38-yard line, he is greeted and stopped there. McElwain there. Also their deal. Who else? There was 3-4 guys. Schlee up front. Hersman.
Powell came from the end. I mean, they're putting 7-8 guys in the box, and there's only 5 guys, 6 guys blocking. Wolfkuhl's just going to continue to get frustrated if they don't bring a blocker in.
It is a loss of 2 yards. And again, if you're Beckman, you want to somehow get Wolfkuhl going in this ball game, but it's tough when right now up front, MFL MarMac is handling things. And again, they have the more experienced line. It is second down, 12 yards to go. Maybe our final play of the first quarter. And on second down and 12, Wolfkuhl is to the right there of Thier. Thier rolling out to the right, get him on the move, looking to throw the football. Instead, he's going to run, but then stumbles and loses his footing and is down at the 38-yard line. He wanted to cut back towards the middle of the field, lost his footing. It's a loss of a yard, and it will be 3rd and 13, and that's how our first quarter comes to an end. Bulldogs certainly focused for this one. They lead 21-0. We're at the end of the first quarter. You're listening to MFL MarMac football from KCTN Sports.
I should have moved over for that utility van.
I should have slowed down for that bucket truck.
I should have slowed down and moved over for that maintenance vehicle.
I should have known the law.
Did you know that in the state of Iowa, motorists are required by law to move over or slow down when approaching any stationary vehicle that has its flashing lights activated, including utility trucks and maintenance vehicles? Failing to do so can result in fines or the loss of your driver's license. So when you see flashing lights, move over or slow down, preferably both. It's the law, and it might just save a life. This safety message brought to you by Alameda Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. MFL MarMac football is brought to you in part by Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Canucco Floor Covering in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Ems Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And by Furniture Showcase and Allwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. MFL MarMac leads 21-0. Bellevue leads Clayton Ridge 7-0 at the end of one. Edco and Midland tied at 8 in the second quarter. North Fayette Valley leads Allwine at the half 29-0. We'll try to get you a Postville Cascade score as well as a Starmont ball game there at Lisbon. We'll try to get you updates on that game. Meanwhile, third down, 13 yards to go. We start the second quarter. Blazers at their own 38-yard line. Pistol formation. Thier blitzed again, rolling out to the right to buy some time. Thier looks to run. Instead, tiptoes along the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. McElwain chased after him in the backfield, chased him down on the sideline. Maybe 2 yards, but it's fourth down. It is 11 yards to go for Beckman, as Thier just didn't have any time dropping back.
No, and Thier's getting creative now. He's giving pass fakes, pump fakes to get guys in the air, trying to get past that first wave, rolling out, but he's not able to find much room at all.
Decker back to receive. Also there, back to receive for them is Bryce Radloff. You have Radloff to the near side, and Arns to launch it away again, kicks it right sideline, and this will be Radloff catching it at the 25-yard line, brings it up the sideline across the 30-yard line, and Radloff brings it towards the middle of the field at the 35-yard line, stacked up there. Good coverage on the special teams there by the Blazers. Cole Hirsch makes the play. First down, 10 yards to go for MFL MarMac at their own 35-yard line, leading by a score of 21-0, and again, they have scored on 3 big plays in a row, their last 3 drives.
Well, we both were scratching our heads after that first series. They went 3 and out, and we thought Beckman came to play, and MFL MarMac's offense here has really woken up, and big strike plays and grinding it out and just doing a nice job up front. And Beckman hasn't had an answer yet on defense for what this Bulldog offense has been able to do.
And again, we see Blitz Benteen at quarterback, and he was quarterbacking the last drive too. So it's first down, 10 yards to go at their own 35-yard line. 11:40 left here in our first half. Powell to the left of Blitz Benteen. Blitz Benteen to throw the football again. Looking right side, and he's looking for McElwain down the field. Catches it at the 30-yard line. He breaks the tackle, and he's down to the 20. 10. Gone. Touchdown. Got it. A 65-yard pass play from Blitz Benteen, hooking up there with McElwain. 27-0. Bulldogs in the lead. Everybody involved.
Everybody involved, and that was a well-thrown ball, but just a little maybe underthrown, so McElwain had to slow down to go catch that ball, and all of a sudden he thought he was going down, shed the tackler, and away he goes. Nice touchdown there by McElwain.
So Blitz Benteen now has a long touchdown pass. He has a 35-yard run, now a 65-yard touchdown pass. And Jones will try the PAT. Allert, by the way, will be to hold. So 27-0. MFL MarMac in the lead. Spot is down, and before we get going, there is movement up front. And I believe MFL MarMac was moving, and yes, it's what we have, a legal procedure there against MFL MarMac. One of the linemen flinched up front.
Yeah, we'll have to back him up 5 yards, reset it again, but another big strike there. These are great things to have on film going into the playoffs because the team's looking at this going, this guy throws a touchdown, that guy runs for a touchdown, different guy throws for a touchdown. That's been a quick strike, big play offense tonight.
They are going to try the PAT from 5 yards back. So this is a 25-yard PAT attempt for Jones. And before we get going, I think
they moved again.
They did. So now you just push yourselves a little bit further away. So Jones, is he going to move it back 5 yards? Jones says, I'm kicking it.
Bet.
We're not going for 2. I'm moving the tee back to the 20-yard line. And I wonder if this changes MFL MarMac's thinking here as the ball goes back outside the 10-yard line. So some movement off the left side.
So Jones is lining up here on the 20. So we're getting
a boot now here.
30-yard field goal attempt on a very cold night, but wind aided, so maybe he can get this up in the wind and get it through.
He's a senior. Give him a shot at it. 30-yard attempt here out of Allert's hold. So here is your PAT. Spot is down. The kick is up. It is high enough, but it is way short. It is off to the right. Hits the back of the end zone to the right side, and it fails. So with 11:29 left in our first half, 27-0. Bulldogs in the lead. Let's take this break.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
So it's 27-0 MFL MarMac in the lead. Jones to lunch it away here. And Jones, again, a deep kick, and that ball is going to go over the head of number 11 there in Schiltz. It'll be a touchback, and it's first down, 10 yards to go for the Blazers at their own 20-yard line here, trailing by a score of 27-0.
That was a great kick by Jones. If he would have had half of that for his extra point, that would have cleared it easily.
Yeah.
So nice kick by the senior there. Left footer.
Yeah, I mentioned Jones. He's a junior, actually.
Oh, a junior.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mentioned he was trying the PAT as a senior, but no, he is just a junior.
He's a junior, but a left footer there, so nice job there.
But he is your kicker, obviously, and he has kicked this year with the injury to Willie. First down, 10 yards to go for the Blazers, trailing by a score here now of 27-0 as MFL MarMac scored on a 65-yard pass play from Blitz Benteen to McElwain on a great catch and throw. First down, 10 yards to go for the Blazers. Three receivers to the right. Thier gets the snap, throws it left side. It's a screenplay. It is caught by Wolfkill. Brings it across the 30-yard line. Wolfkill's in the open across the 35-yard line. Brings it out near the 40-yard line. So the Bulldogs have been bringing a lot of pressure. You slide Wolfkill to the left out of the backfield, and their best offensive play of the night gets him outside the 35-yard line.
Well, and you got the ball in the hands of one of your playmakers there. So Wolfkill gets some positives out of that. You pick up a first down, get some confidence to Thier. That was a nice drawn-up play.
First down, 10 yards to go for the Blazers at their own 38-yard line. Wolfkill is behind Thier. Two receivers to the left. They also have a receiver to the slot on the left side. And on first down, 10 yards to go, Thier runs the option, pitches it to Wolfkill, trying to get to the corner, and he does, but it is quickly closed down by Schlee. Allert forced him back to the inside, and there was Schlee, again, who's moved from line to the nose guard tonight, chasing him down. And it's going to be a loss of a yard on that, actually. So
yeah, loss of about two or three yards there. And, I see what they're trying to do, trying to spread things out, get some room. But when Wolfkill got that ball, there's a defender right in front of him.
Yeah, can't run at you right now. So we're going to try to run around you if we can or get to the edge. Second down, 12 yards to go. Receiver split left and right now here, so you've got a little more protection in there for Beckman. But second down, 13 yards to go. Wolfkill is now to the left of the quarterback, Thier. Thier looks things over defensively, and now they're going to move Wolfkill to the right. So here we go. They snap it back, and it's a quarterback boot right side, and it's closed down as Thier is hit and dropped. There is McElwain at the 30-yard line. So there was some miscommunication there. But right now, McElwain has not been touched going through the left side a number of times. A loss of 7 on that play.
And I'll have to watch a little closer, but he's coming untouched. Powell has come through a couple times untouched. Blitz Benteen's been coming untouched. There's just not enough blockers down there, or blockers not knowing who they're supposed to be picking up from that second wave of linebackers.
This is where the youth of Beckman, again, you don't have the experience you had anymore up front. So it's now third down, 18 yards to go with 9.5 left here in our first half. You see now Wolfkill moving back to the left to help with the protection on that side, I would think. So it's third down, 13 yards to go. Thier gets the handoff, screenplay right side, but underthrow on Wolfkill as he tried to slide to the right side out of the backfield. It is incomplete, but there's Powell. Guess who else is back there? McElwain. It is incomplete as that just had no chance to develop that screenplay. Take some time. They didn't have any chance, and it's dumped incomplete on the right flat.
Well, and that time I watched, and McElwain was he's sitting in the middle of that linebacking crew, and he's just taking a step back and then coming full bore. So it's just a delayed blitz by him.
So Arns stands back at his own 15-yard line, and MFL MarMac figures to get good field position. Arns launches it away. Nice high punt. It is, again, Radloff near side, 35-yard line. He's going to try to bring it to the right side of the field, the far side. He's across the 45-yard line. There's a flag down as he brings it down the far sideline to the 40. Inside the 35-yard line, they push him ahead to the 25-yard line on that far side. But again, Radloff has a great return. That's going to all come back. And it's a block, I believe, in the back. And I think this is after. I mean, this is when he's by the play.
He's by. There's a couple different flags. There's one way down here at the line of scrimmage. There's one, that block in the back, or that hold way back here is the one they're going to take. But he was past. Radloff had gotten past that already, and another great return brought back by penalties.
So you talk about Decker and his speed, and obviously Decker's in his third year returning punts, but he averages 21 yards per punt return. He's got a 59-yard touchdown return. But Radloff's averaging 19.7 yards a punt. And as we mentioned, he has 2 touchdown returns, 2 punt returns for touchdowns this year.
Yeah, he's not, oversized out there. He's not, this dominating tall guy, but he's got good foot speed and great vision. When Radloff's returning that ball, he's picking that apart and finding those lanes really quickly.
You got a couple of different penalties, and I think they're both against MFL MarMac, by the way. So we have I believe, an MFL MarMac with a sportsmanlike conduct penalty we had.
Yes.
Helmet to helmet.
Helmet to helmet.
So it's what we have, a personal foul there on MFL MarMac. And then you've got they declined that penalty because they're going to take the block in the back. Right now, it looked like almost the official was doing the Macarena. There were so many things that were going on there with the hands and with the movement. But either way, it's against MFL MarMac, and what he was signaling is they're not going to take the penalty at the original line of scrimmage. They'll move him back from where that punt was received or where that penalty occurred, which would be the 40-yard line.
Yeah, right around the 40-yard line. They're going to march off. I think this is a 15-yard penalty, so back them up from the 40 back to the 25. So MFL MarMac not going to get great field position, but it's not terrible considering where they're at right
at their own 26-yard line. So that negated what ended up being a 35-plus yard return for Radloff. So MFL MarMac, you're up 27-0, but there's some things here, a couple of penalties you've had on special teams that you got to clean up.
Yeah, and that's something that they'll talk about. You always want to continue to build and continue to grow and figure out why we did those things or when we did those things. Make sure it doesn't happen in the playoffs when it's really important.
9 minutes left in our first half. First down, 10 yards to go. Blitz Benteen still in it. Quarterback picks up a yard up the middle as they run it left side. He faked the handoff on the jet sweep and then ran over left side. And that play quickly closed down there by Beckman, number 74 up front for them. And that was Isaac Burke making the play. It's actually a 3-yard gain.
About a 3-yard gain there. Blitz Benteen falling forward on that. So running out of the Wildcat here, he's still in the ball game.
So Barrick, by the way. Isaac Barrick is how that's pronounced. Second down, 7 yards to go. Again, 8.5 and counting in our first half. Bulldogs have scored their last 4 touches. They have 2 receivers to the right. Decker is at a wing back on the left side, and he goes in motion behind Blitz Benteen. They run the football left side. Powell brings it left side across the 30-yard line, makes a defender miss, and Powell reaches ahead as he brings it to the middle of the field at the 40-yard line, ahead for first down yardage to the 41. 12-yard run by Wyatt Powell. Is that Powell's first carry of the game?
No, he's carried it early, but that's a nice gain and a first big gain for him.
All right, so it's the best run he's had tonight, and it's first down, 10 yards to go at their own 40-yard line. And Driscoll, by the way, comes back in at the quarterback spot here. I like how MFL MarMac's kind of handled this tonight.
Yeah, this has been really interesting. Another wrinkle, a 2-quarterback system is always something you have to prepare for. Wildcat's always something you have to prepare for.
And then Blitz Benteen goes back to the fullback spot now. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 41-yard line. And Driscoll to throw the football again. Has time. He's got Powell open on the seam route. In and out of his hands at the 40-yard line. He started to turn to run on the near side between the numbers. Did not haul it in. It's incomplete. It is second down and 10 yards to go.
And he had a lot of green.
Ooh.
He catches that ball. It might be a foot race to the sideline, but, man, nice thrown ball there by Driscoll and just got himself turned a little too much, did Powell.
So Powell up the seam, and he knew what was ahead of him, but did not haul it in. Hatt back in as a receiver to the right side. Second down, 10 yards to go. In the backfield, Powell, Blitz Benteen. Powell is to the right of Blitz Benteen. Decker again in the slot, and he goes in motion on the left side, and they're going to run her up the middle with Blitz Benteen. He's got a big hole up the middle, and here's Blitz Benteen in the open. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Gone. Touchdown. Got it. He has a 35-yard touchdown run. A 65-yard pass for a touchdown. In a 60-yard run here. 33-0. MFL MarMac in the lead.
Blitz Benteen having himself a night, and nice job getting that ball low, getting to that first wave of tacklers. And once he got through that, there was a lot of area for him. Just kind of turned down the jets and nobody near him. He goes untouched for about 40 yards after getting through that first wave.
They will try the PAT here with Jones because, again, you need to continue to work on this. You don't know if and when Willie's going to come back.
Yes.
So here is Allert to hold. Jones the PAT. The spot is down. The kick is up. Height is high enough. It is long enough. The thing of beauty there. Split the uprights. 7:26 to go in our first half. 34-0. Bulldogs in the lead. Let's take this time out.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
MFL MarMac football is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Quillen's Quality Food serving Northeast Iowa, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, RGK Portable Building serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin, and LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville.
So again, 34-0, MFL MarMac in the lead. Jones to launch it away again. We have another score. Midland leads Edco at the half, 16-8 now. And now Bellevue leads Clayton Ridge at the half, 20-0. Jones to launch it away from the 40-yard line. Good high kick, but it's returnable. Bobbled there initially, finally picked up by Shields, middle of the field at the 20-yard line. Brings it far side around the left edge, gets to the 25-yard line, stacked up there, short of the 30-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Good special teams coverage by MFL MarMac. Couldn't get to that wide side of the field. The Blazers take over inside their own 30-yard line here, trailing 34-0.
And we've seen some flashes out of the Beckman Blazers here. You know, the little screen pass to take away that pass rush or that run rush. You've seen them trying to get Wolfkull to the outside, try to establish something there. I think they need to continue to explore that, to try to get something positive going and move those sticks.
So they actually mark it at the 27-yard line. They operate from the left hash mark. First down, 10 yards to go. Receiver split left and right. Wolfkill is behind there. Actually, I believe that's Arns in there at the fullback spot for Thier. And on first down, 10 yards to go. They're on the football left side, and hit in the backfield is Arns. And there again, you have Schlee and Powell this time meeting in the running field, in the backfield. And that's a loss of 3 yards. They've just been unable to get forward progress on first down at all.
Well, and Wolfkull's here on the sideline. He's got his helmet off, so Arns is in there now running this running back position, and still nothing going there, not able to get anything established going forward.
It's second down, 13 yards to go. I know Wolfkill has been frustrated a couple of times tonight there because of, again, getting the handoff there and just being greeted right away in the backfield. Second down, 13 yards to go. Receiver split left and right. Thier, again, works out of pistol formation here. They send it back in motion in Schiltz, and he'll get it to jet sweep around the right side, trying to get to the corner, and he does. 35-yard line, but tracked down from behind by McElwain, who gets him at the 30-yard line. McElwain covered a ton of ground to bring him down at the 30-yard line. It only is a pickup of 3, and the worst part is as Schiltz comes hobbling there is because he may have rolled an ankle on the bottom of that tackle.
Yeah, that's something that you definitely don't want to see, but got caught from behind, and I think caught that ankle underneath him. So they're going to check him out on the sideline, but another speed guy that they can't afford to lose.
That was a good run around
nice
the edge,
run, yeah.
But McElwain chased him down from the backside.
McElwain is having a game tonight. He has been all over the field.
Third down, 7 yards to go. 2 receivers to the left. And Arns to the left in the backfield there of Thier. Thier, they're going to roll him out left side, throws it on the run, and that pass incomplete. He was looking for number 87 in Bogey. Deep left area there on the sideline, covered by Decker. Near the sideline area, incomplete. They just ran a quick out. It was short of the sticks at the 35-yard line. And Beckman will go 3 and out again and punt to MFL MarMac.
Good coverage there by the Bulldogs on that rollout, and not a lot of time for that play to develop, but good coverage and forces them to punt again.
Arns stands back inside his own 20-yard line. Radloff and Decker are back to receive there at the 30-yard line. Arns gets a good snap to handle, gets a good high kick, and this is towards Radloff, who lets it bounce at the 40-yard line, will not get to it. It's down at the 35-yard line. Number 72 touches it down there in Griffin Davis, and that's where the Bulldogs take over. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 35-yard line, and they have scored now here their last 5 touches. They have had the football. 5.5 to work with, leading 34-0.
Well, and if you're a fan sitting in the crowd, you're just watching this offense going, when's the big play going to happen again? Because that's all it's been all night tonight. They had a 62-yard pass for a touchdown, a 35-yard run for a touchdown, 50-yard run for a touchdown, 65-yard pass for a touchdown, 60-yard run for a touchdown. It's been a big play, and You don't want to go to the concession stand. They've got alligator in the concession stand tonight, but you don't want to go get that right
They
now.
also have hot chocolate, which would be better. But it's first down, 10 yards to go at their own 35-yard line from the left hash mark. And on first down and 10, Driscoll back in at quarterback, and they run it right side with Powell. Powell trying to get to around the edge. Nothing. Cuts back over to the middle. Gets to the 40-yard line. Solid 5 yards there. And it's second down, 5 yards to go. If there was any concern about MFL MarMac overlooking Beckman here, that was not the case. As a matter of fact, MFL MarMac, I think, has had this game circled since the end of last season.
I think a lot of people going into the season said this could be for the district
when
title.
you looked at it, you're like, this is a great matchup in week number 8, just like last year's was.
Yeah, it should have been a better ball game at MFL MarMac playing much better tonight.
Second down, 5 yards to go, inside 5 minutes in our first half. Driscoll, he goes under center here. And on second down, they are going to throw the football. Driscoll's got time. He's got Christopherson wide open, middle of the field, catches it on the run, and he's gone. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, got it. This is a 59-yard strike from Driscoll to Christopherson. 40-0. Bulldogs in the lead as the big plays continue.
That was just... Well, part of that, the defender did stumble, so Christopherson got himself open real fast, but nice thrown ball there to Driscoll, and he just runs underneath that, and Christopherson walks in for another touchdown.
And another big play, 59-yard pass play to Christopherson. So now you're going to have a moving clock here in the first half. So for MFL MarMac, and remember, this is senior night as well. And it will be Allert to hold. Jones trying to stay solid on these PATs. Spot is down. The kick is up. It's high enough. It is long enough, but he pushed it to the right. It is no good. 4:40 left here in our first half. Again, 40-0. MFL MarMac in the lead. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all of your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt, Steve,
Carol, Josie,
at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Welcome back to Monona. Bulldogs lead 40-0. Jones to launch it away. Good high kick. And it will be Harwick getting underneath it at the 6-yard line. Brings it up right side from the middle of the field across the 20-yard line. Steps out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Actually greeted out of bounds there by 3. Bulldogs on the special teams. Earls making the stop there along with number 14, Kraus. And a nice return by Harwick. 19-yard return. 4:25 and counting in our first half. The clock will be moving, and MFL MarMac leads 40-0 right now. For the Blazers, again, I know this hasn't been the season you were hoping to have, but you have to admire these kids that have continued to work here. This is the future for them. A lot of these guys are coming back.
Yeah. A few guys that, they're going to lose and they're going to miss that are out on the field right now, but there's a lot of guys out there that this is where they need to build from, and it needs to start tonight. They need to start looking for the future.
So first down, 10 yards to go. They operate from the right hash mark. 3 receivers to the left, a single receiver to the right. And to throw the football, there is Thier, slant play. It is caught, middle of the field there at the 35-yard line. Just a quick opener out there by Raker. Dropped right there at the 35-yard line, picks up 8 yards. But these are the types of plays that I think that they really want to build on here. These types of pitch and catches. Thier's got to get a little time to throw there, and he picks up 5 yards on that throw over the middle.
Yeah, something, you talked about those underneath passes, those easy receptions, easy pitch and catch, give some confidence and get back into this ball game.
So 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left here, and it is second down, 5 yards to go. A positive play for the Blazers on first down. Arns continues at the fullback spot, and here is the snap now back to Thier. Thier, time, goes left side. It is caught again. Same play, very near a first down, and I believe catching it once again there is going to be Riker. And it is a pickup of about 3. So third down, 2 yards to go. We mentioned this. MFL MarMac gave up a lot of those short passes last week against Cascade.
Yeah, you talked about those underneath passes, those 4 or 5 sometimes a dink and dunk kind of play, but positive gains, and that's where they're finding some seams right now here against the Bulldogs.
So third down, manageable situation, 3 yards to go. So many times they've been third and long, but this is what they've been trying to get into, these third and manageable situations. Third down, 3 yards to go, and Thier, left side, that pass deflected. Again, the third time in a row they tried to go left side to Harwick, but batted down by Allert. He covered the slot on the left side, or actually the right side for Beckman. It is incomplete, and it will be 4th down and 3 yards to go, and the Blazers going to punt here on their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt here. Not quite short enough where maybe they could take that risk. And with this high-powered offense that the Bulldogs have been doing tonight, they got to try to pin them deep, try to get a good coverage here. Arns has got to get another nice punt out there.
All right, our halftime guest tonight will be joined by MFL MarMac basketball coach Eric Detbarn. He'll be our halftime guest tonight. It's a low snap. Arns able to dig it out. Good job there by Arns. It bounced up to him. He saves it. The ball kicks to the left side, bounces at the 35-yard line. There's no return as Christofferson actually that time Radloff did not go up to get it, had no chance to get it. At the 33-yard line, it falls down there, so that is a 29-yard punt, no return. And MFL MarMac with 90 seconds and counting in our first half leads here by a score of 40-0. I don't know what they'll do here the final 90 seconds. Blazers get the ball to start the second half, but MFL MarMac may be content to just get to the half at this point.
Yeah, they might. They've been able to score quickly, but you may see them maybe just grind this out a little bit here, get to halftime, get warm, and come back out for that second half.
Driscoll comes up there under center, so he's back in at quarterback. Blitz Benteen and Powell in the backfield. And Driscoll to throw the football, and he's got the middle of the field wide open. It is caught by Powell. Powell brings it up the seam. 40, 30, 20, 10. Gone. Touchdown, got it. Or they may just look for another big play.
Yeah.
A 67-yard strike, and MFL MarMac leads 46-0 here inside a minute in our first half. Wow.
That was impressive. That was just a nice path there by Powell, finding that seam again. It's like that one that he dropped, but this time Driscoll kind of leads him out there, lets him run underneath it. And Powell just waltzes in, nobody near him. Another big score, another nice pass by Driscoll, and touchdown for the Bulldogs on one play.
57.9 seconds to go, and MFL MarMac, I think the reason why you see them still running that play is Jones to try the PAT. The spot is down, the kick is up, it is high enough, it is long enough, it is no good. But MFL MarMac felt last year that Beckman scored, it is good by the way, 47-0 is our score, but MFL MarMac felt last year that Beckman scored a late touchdown after they had kind of waved the white flag in that postseason game there. That's the only reason why I can think that maybe MFL MarMac thinking about, we've got a chance to score here with this group, and we're gonna do it.
Well, and the other thing they may be talking about is to prevent injuries, to keep everyone healthy with the cold weather. This might be the last series for that starting group. They may not come out the second half and play much offense with those starters. So here's a chance for them to run the offense, do what they do, continue to put things on film. It just works out that it was another big play.
You always say, and it works both ways, but sometimes those things come back, and then sometimes you're going to meet them again, and next year it could be the other team has the upper hand there and remembers that type of thing. Yeah. So yep. I'm myself, you play the game. I could care less about that. But it's let your play do the talking, right?
Yep.
So 47-0, MFL MarMac in the lead, and Jones will launch it away from the 40-yard line here. So 58 seconds to go in our first half. And Jones, again, a good kick down the left sideline there, bounces at the 15-yard line, picked up there by Schiltz. He'll bring it left side now here, and he's across the 15-yard line out to the 20-yard line down right there. And we will enter our final few snaps of this first half, and then the second half will fly right on by. This is what's funny about, because what one team did last year, what this team's doing this year, there's a very good possibility you're going to be in the same district again, these two teams.
You could. It's a redistricting year, so we're kind of curious. This was such a good district, and we know Beckman didn't have the record in the year that they wanted to, but they're still a good football team. What if these guys end up in the same district again, and this battle gets a little closer next year?
First down, 10 yards to go for the Blazers, and this will be our final play here. Thier goes out of pistol, and they're just going to run it with Arns, and Arns gets back to the line of scrimmage, perhaps 20-yard line, and the first half comes to an end. So MFL MarMac, laser focus, impressive. They lead 47-0 over the Beckman Blazers here at the half. When we return, our halftime interview, scores from across the area, first half stats, and more. You're listening to High School Football on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. Not ready for a new ATV or UTV? TNT Power Sports has a nice selection of clean used units available. Contact Brian, Master Certified Technician, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase, or to schedule service work to keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play. Call 563-245-1100 or stop in and visit with Brian or Tracy at TNT Power Sports, north of Elkader on Highway 13 today.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to protect your dream home. And with equipment breakdown coverage, we'll also protect the things that keep your dream home running. So if you experience a sudden mechanical or electrical breakdown in your home, you're covered. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
Refer to policy for equipment breakdown covered losses, deductible limitations, and exclusions. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
Looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's new redesigned People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. The account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank, ready to serve you. Stop into one of our 20 convenient locations to open a People's Checking Account. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, the Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Bacon Concrete in Postville, and by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. You're listening to High School Football on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa. At the half, MFL MarMac leads 47-0 over Beckman. Cascade leads Postville in the third, 42-6. North Fayette Valley leads Olmine in the third, 48-0. Bellevue leads Clayton Ridge in the third, 20-6. And it is Midland still leading Edco, 16-8 in the third. So again, the Bulldogs up big here. We're joined by MFL MarMac basketball coach Eric Detbarn, a halftime guest tonight. Coach, first off, let's talk about what are we, a month away from the season?
Yep, 1 month from today. So
right.
we got a email from the state today. You know, we got to get certain things done before the basketball season starts. So, yeah, 1 month from today we get going.
All right, now let's talk about, first off, who's back for you guys this year?
Well, we have 2 first-team all-conference ball players in Zach Driscoll and Wyatt Powell. And then we got Carver Blitz-Bentine, who was a second-team all-conference ball player. And we have Parker Keel, who was an honorable mention all-conference ball player. So we got 4 pretty solid kids coming back.
Yeah, so that's a good place to build. Who are some of the other kids you expect to contribute this year?
Let's see here. We got Brock Hackett will help us out this year. I got Hunter Meyer will help us out this year. Bryce Deal, Cade McKellen.
Hey, you're going to have a bunch of kids.
Oh, yeah. We got quite a few kids that'll help us out this year.
All right. So have you had a chance to get any summer ball in?
Yeah, we did play summer. We played at Decorah, played 4 times at Decorah, and then we also played in Prairie League. We got 19 games in the summer, so we played some good competition, especially up in Decorah.
So how'd things go for you this summer then?
We ended up 16-3 on the summer, which was good for us. We lost to some teams. We lost to Caledonia. We lost to Waterloo West. And we split with Decorah this summer. So we played some good competition this summer, and it was good for us.
All right, so you guys obviously had a great season last year. A lot of young kids really kind of stepping into new roles. What has to happen for you guys to take another step forward this year?
Well, I think first of all, maturity. The kids are getting bigger and stronger, which is going to be a key for us. Defensively, we got to be a little bit more solid. And just play together. The biggest thing is teams got to come first.
Let's talk a little bit about the conference this year, because I think everybody's saying right now, you guys are probably the team to beat in the conference, right?
Well, if we stay healthy and things go right, I think we have a good opportunity to win the conference title. I think teams like Clayton Ridge, Kyle does a great job down at Clayton Ridge. They could be in the mix. You have Matt at North Fayette, and Turkey Valley's got quite a few kids coming back. So we got some teams in the conference that aren't too bad, and they have a lot of kids coming back.
Well, and they've got some length, so you're going to see some athleticism as well.
Yes.
But obviously, you guys are one of the Class 2A teams in the conference. Yeah. So your non-conference games, are you challenging yourselves this year on some of them?
Yeah. We played Decorah. We just picked up Cresco this week. We got Waukon. Let's see. We play Janesville. They're a pretty good 1A team. Yeah. We play Janesville at Upper Iowa. So, we kind of beefed up our non-conference schedule a little bit, and hopefully that'll give us a challenge.
Well, the big thing is when you get to Class 2A and you get to the postseason, it's the teams down south you tend to see, right? The Monticello's, Beckman's, those teams.
Yes, those guys. And then if you go west, you got the Appleton Parkersburgs and Dyke New Hartfords and teams like that. So, we have to step it up in the non-conference and, so that we're ready to come tournament time.
All right. Thanks for joining us here at the half. Hard to believe the basketball season is almost here, but maybe basketball be pushed back this year. That'd be an all right problem to have, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be nice, because I think the state championship game is during that first week of practice. So, we'd have to push back, our start of the season, which would be a good thing,
And the other thing is the success you guys have had in football here. I think it really kind of helps.
I think it does too. I really do. I think it kind of carries over to the next season. Success they have out here will also help us in the gym in the winter.
All right. Stay warm. Thanks for joining us here at the half.
Yep. Thank you.
MFL MarMac basketball coach Eric Datbarn. Again, as he mentioned, the season starts a month from tonight. Our halftime guest here tonight. Bulldogs enjoying what's not their final home game, but senior night, 47-0. They lead the Blazers here at the half. When we return, first half stats. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
It's back to school time again, and that means the fall sports season is in full swing. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona wish all of our area cross-country, volleyball, and football student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Get out and support your local school sports teams this fall. Family Dentistry of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Sode's Greenacre Gift Shop and Liquor Store is filled with great gift ideas with a wide selection of Iowa-themed and produced unique and one-of-a-kind gifts, handcrafted items, and a great selection of top-shelf spirits, wine, and craft beers. Sode's Greenacre Gift Shop and Liquor Store joins Perk Central at 7 Goethe Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's Greenacre in Guttenberg, Iowa is more than just a store.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
MFL MarMac football is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency, Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm, and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a crop, harvest wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, and by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, member FDIC. MFL MarMac leads at the half by a score of 47-0. Let's update you on scores. Lisbon leads Starmont. That game just about at the half, 14-0. Also, it is Cascade leading Postville in the third, 42-6. North Fayette Valley leading Olwine, 48-0 in the third. Bellevue leads Clayton Ridge, 20-6. That game is at the half. And Midland leads Edco, 16-8. And that ball game starting the third quarter. Bulldogs lead 47-0. They have done it with big plays. You have a 62-yard pass play from Driscoll there to Driscoll to Decker. Blitz Benteen, a 35-yard run. Decker, a 50-yard run. Blitz Benteen on a 65-yard pass play to McElwain. 60-yard run from Blitz Benteen. 59-yard pass there from Driscoll. Completed that pass to... Who caught that pass? Christofferson did. And then you had a 69-yard pass from Driscoll to Powell to close the scoring. And let's go through the individual totals, and let's start with MFL MarMac.
Yeah, and this is impressive numbers for any team for a game. We've only played a half. 10 carries, 178 yards on the ground. They're led by Blitz Benteen with 5 carries, 107 yards. He's got those 2 touchdowns. Powell's got 4 carries for 21 yards. Decker's got the 1 carry for 50 yards and the touchdown. In the air, Carter Decker has a catch for 62 yards. It's a touchdown. Powell's got a catch for 67 yards. It's a touchdown. Christofferson has 2 catches for 89 yards, including a touchdown. McElwain's got a catch, 65 yards. It's a touchdown. So 290 yards in the air on 5 of 7. 468 yards of offense.
In the first half, by the way.
Half.
All right, so you had a total of 7 pass plays. Is that correct?
7 pass plays.
How many total running plays?
They had 10.
So you're talking we've had 17 total plays, and they have scored 8 touchdowns.
Yeah.
7 touchdowns.
Impressive.
Sorry, 7 touchdowns.
It's been quick strike. Second play, first play, all night long. 468 yards of offense. They got a half to play. Now, second half will go a little quicker, but impressive output there.
All right, let's go to the totals now for Beckman. And again, it's been tough sledding for them offensively. I don't think we're hiding nothing away there, and they've had tough yardages on first down. That's been the story there.
Yeah, on the ground, Wolfcool, he's had 5 carries, negative yardage. Schultz has 2 carries. He hasn't gained any yards. Thiers had 6 carries. He hasn't gained any yards. Aarons has 2 carries. Overall, 15 carries, negative 19 yards on the ground. They haven't been able to get anything going. Even on the outside, it's been a struggle. In the air, Thiers had 6 completions on 9 attempts. He's got 41 yards, a couple catches by Dynan for 11 yards. Kleesner has a catch for 6 yards. Schultz has a catch for 5 yards. Wolfcool has a catch for 19 yards. So they've got 41 yards in the air, but overall, 22 yards of offense.
Yeah, and the positive there is when Thiers been able to get outside, when they've been able to roll out to the left, he has had some success. The 6 of 9, that completion rate you like to see. Remember, he's a junior thrown into this and a makeshift line for them. So they've had to kind of learn and take a lot of hard hits in the process of learning. But you can see that this Thier kid, give him some time,
he's going to be okay.
All right.
He's going to be all right. But, I think you have to give a lot of the credit for that. Yes, there's some inexperience and there's some newness for that Beckman line. Give some credit to the Bulldogs. They have been in the backfield. They have been blitzing. They've been flying all over the field. Give some credit to McElwain. We talked about him having a great night so far. The defense for this Bulldogs has been impressive.
And they lead by a score of 47-0, so it's been top-notch offensive performances and on the defensive side as well. So they are in control here with a moving clock for our second half. We'll take a break. When we return, try to get you some more updates, and we will be back with second half action. MFL MarMac enjoying a 47-0 lead here at the break.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
Your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns Family Dealerships. We get people driving to our dealerships from many different towns, counties, even states to make Browns their hometown dealer. We have 4 convenient locations in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, and Victory Ford in Dyersville. Check us out online at 4browns.com.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Guttenberg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life.
At Top Gun Collision Center, we see that the insurance companies want you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take pictures, upload them, and you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Bob at Top Gun has over 35 years dealing with insurance companies. We write an accurate estimate. We take the photos. We deal with the insurance company to make sure your vehicle is repaired right. Let Bob and the guys at Top Gun use their 30-plus years of experience to take all the worries out of your repairs. Ask about Top Gun's community and veteran discount programs. Call Top Gun today at 563-964-9899.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Canarco Floor Covering in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Ems Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And by Furniture Showcase and Allwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments.
Welcome back to Monona. We're ready to go at the second half. They were going to put 3 more minutes on the clock. They decided it's cold. Everybody's out here. Let's go. We're with them. Another score. Midland now leads Edco 22-14 at the end of the third quarter, and North Fayette Valley has defeated Allwine 48-0. The final score there. So North Fayette Valley has clinched the number 3 seed for the postseason. I don't know if they're going to head south to Northeast or maybe face New Hampton or Osage perhaps, but NFE will be the 3 seed after winning tonight by a final score of 48-0.
So they'll be watching the playoff, online tonight, try to see where they're headed.
And again, we still have a second half to get to here. MFL MarMac will be launching the ball away to start the second half. If you are Beckman, I think what you want to see here is this group continue to play hard, and obviously you'd love to see them get a score on, especially this opening drive, I think, to start this second half.
Yeah, I think try to establish something, at least flip the field a little bit, get some ball position change, try to punch it into the end zone. They're looking for some positives. They're looking for things that they can build upon and get some confidence in those guys who are cold on the sideline, just like we are up here.
All right, I can also tell you this, MFL MarMac, their starters are just a few of them are out there on special teams here. So they are going to go to their bench the second half. Their goal now, stay healthy.
Stay healthy, stay warm, and build for the playoffs.
So Jones to launch it away. Second half is underway, and it is back there once again. Harwick picking it up at the 15-yard line. Brings it right side. He's out to the 25-yard line. Dives ahead to the 30. First down, 10 yards to go. Again, we will play with a moving clock. Now, we may see the normal defense out here for MFL MarMac for a series or 2 perhaps. But you did see some special teamers out there, different group of special teams out there for MFL MarMac on that kickoff.
Yeah, just good to see some of these kids out there, and especially as they go in the playoffs, being able to be in some of these big-time games, playing for the playoffs, playing for something special in that second half. And these kids got to learn to do this if they want to continue this nice tradition that they're working on up here in Monona.
So first down, 10 yards to go, and here's an example of how quick the clock can move. There's almost 50 seconds gone before we even snap it here. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 30-yard line, and they run the football there. Thier trying to go left side, and he's tackled by Blitz Benteen, who shoots through on the left side unblocked. Back at the 25-yard line, they fake the handoff to Schultz that time. They wanted him to run kind of lead on that, but what happened is Blitz Benteen blew up the play from behind.
He's coming from that secondary and gets through that first wave, and nobody picked him up on that blitz, and he got in the backfield, got to Thier before he could get to the corner.
That is a loss of 7 yards. That kind of explains how things have went for Beckman on first down. So they operate from the left hash mark. First down, second down, 17 yards to go. You have Arns continuing at the fullback spot. Wolfcool looks all right on the sideline, has his helmet on, but has not played since the second quarter. Slant play left side, in and out of the hands. The intended receiver there was number 11. That pass intended for Schultz. And Blitz Benteen in on the coverage, and a hard hit there. Blitz Benteen was able to get part of the shoulder pad there, but Blitz Benteen gives him a tap on the helmet. Schultz gives him a tap on the shoulder pad. It's all right.
Good sportsmanship.
Good defense. Third down, 17 yards to go. The pass was high to Schultz on that slant play, but it is third down, 17 yards to go, 2 minutes plus into our third quarter.
And I think that's a good play, is just the pass was a little high, so Schultz doesn't want to go up and get crushed across the middle there.
Third down, 17 yards to go. Arns moves to the right of the quarterback here, and once again, Thier to throw the football, just throws a fluttering ball that's going to be intercepted by Radloff at the 40-yard line. Radloff brings it on the sideline. He's inside the 30, down to the 10-yard line, cuts back towards the middle of the field. He'll bring it inside the 5, and it's first and goal for the Bulldogs. Thier was hit. You may have a late hit in the area where that flag was thrown. As Thier was hit, as he fluttered the football up there, and it just kind of hung. That's the reason why, because Thier just couldn't get enough behind it.
Well, and I wonder if they're going to talk this over and see if that ball was tipped, because that thing came out high and really, really short of where the receiver was at. And you would hate to take away this return.
And they will. And Radloff is going to have another big play taken away because of a penalty.
From him, yeah.
It is roughing the passer, and this may be because on the hit, and this is just speculation, but maybe the full weight came down because the hit was there. That caused the pass to flutter.
That caused the flutter, but it might have been the follow-through on that hit after the ball was
and
gone.
The Blazers, they will be glad to hang on to the football because that will be a 15-yard penalty. And that should put it very, very near first down yardage. So they are going to mark it off there, that 15-yard penalty, and it is going to be an automatic first down anyway. The good news is Thier stays in the ballgame. He got up a little bit hobbled, but he's able to walk it off, and it will be first down, 10 yards to go. So now the only time the clock stops is when we have a stoppage of play for a penalty or a timeout.
To administer the penalty or timeouts, injuries, things of those nature after scores. And I think they're debating about whether this is a first down. And I'm like, this is a first down.
At this
Keep
point,
that clock running.
Yep. At this point, the side crew has moved already, so let's get back to action. And it's going to be first down and 10 yards to go for the Blazers at their own 39-yard line. And again, they do not huddle, but everybody wears the wristband, and that's the norm now. And what they do is they get the sign from Coach Atwater there, and they'll bring it up to the line of scrimmage. And it's first and 10 at their own 39-yard line. And we have already played 3.5 minutes of this third quarter. This is our third play. First down, 10 yards to go. They're on the football. The Arns, he's got a hole around right edge. 40-yard line, 46-yard line is where he's tackled there. Chased down there by Radloff. Radloff gets up, and he probably figures, I made a nice play. Made a nice tackle. There's probably a flag on it.
There's probably, yeah. He's got to be the most frustrated player in this arena tonight. All those plays that he's done such a nice job brought back that flags.
Two great punt returns in this ball game. One of them was for a touchdown. And almost a pick six. It would have been a great return. It was a 36-yard return inside the 5-yard line. And none of it shows up in the stats.
None of it's going to show up. It'll show up on film. It's just not going to show up in the stat column.
Second down, 5 yards to go from their own 45-yard line. Two receivers to the left. Blazers trying to get inside Bulldog territory. They hand it off to Arns. Nope, Thier's going to tuck it in, but he's hitting the backfield. Again, the read option kept it. Deal there. Also, Schlee up front. They lose a couple of yards to the 43-yard line, and it's going to be third down now and 5 yards to go. I thought that, again, the Bulldogs have their starting defense on the field right now, but we mentioned this might be for just the first series this second half.
Yeah, it might just be to feel how things are going to go, make sure everybody's settled in, and here we have first substitution. We're starting to see guys coming in.
Yeah, Blitz Benteen will check out as Hackett comes in off the sideline. So it's third down now. It is 6 yards to go. And the receiver split left and right. Arns is to the right of the quarterback there in Thier. Thier to throw the football. Rolling out right, trying to buy some time. Throws it on the run down the sideline. It's a jump ball for Schultz. Knocked away there in front of him. There's Radloff. Schultz tried to reach over top on the near sideline. Would have been a nice play. It was actually number 18, Eli Kleesner. Kleesner, good size target there at 6'1". Tried to go up over the top of Radloff, but it's incomplete. And it will be now third down, 5 yards to go. And we may have an injury.
Well, we've got a flag on the play. And, of course, Radloff makes a nice defensive play, and here's a flag. So is that going to be against the Bulldogs? Or
This is against MFL MarMac, and it may have been a late hit here. So this is what you don't want to see now. So this is a penalty against MFL MarMac, and it's going to be a 15-yard penalty down to the 43-yard line. And do we have roughing the quarterback again?
Roughing the passer again, yes.
So this is the second time this has happened now. So, again, if you're MFL MarMac, at a certain point here, you've got to eliminate this now. Let's continue to play clean. And at this point, you're up 47-0. The game is in hand here.
Yeah, the game's in hand. And if you get into a game where it's in question and something like that continues a drive for a team, that's something you don't want to have some corrections there to fix.
And here we talk about things put on film. This is something you don't want to be have.
You don't want this on film, no.
First down, 10 yards to go at the 42-yard line. They hand it off to Arns. Hit it in the backfield, no gain. There's Powell, there's Schlee. It's a loss of 5 yards on first down, only a loss of 3 actually, but second down, 13 yards to go. And Thier, who's taken now the last 2 hits, that kid's a gamer. Right back up into the huddle. Let's go. Second down and 14 yards to go now.
Yeah, I've been impressed with him. You know, he had a nice job tonight, completions, throwing the ball. Not able to get anything going with the running game, so he's kind of creating on his own here. But I've been impressed with this young man for throwing into a tough situation. He's really stepped up and tried to lead out on the field for these Blazers.
All right, end of the third quarter. Edco has scored but missed the 2-point conversion, and they trail 22-20 at the end of 3. Meanwhile, second down, 2 yards to go. Arns runs the football. It's actually second and 13. Arns tripped up by Decker. Came up there from that free safety spot. Tripped him up. Arns gets ahead for a yard to the 43-yard line inside MFL MarMac territory. And another score, Bellevue leading Clayton Ridge 20-6 at the end of 3. Bellevue trying to get into the postseason. They need to win that game tonight.
Yeah, that's a big game. They need to win, and if they can win big, that'll help them figure out where they're going to go in the postseason.
And a Clayton Ridge team that hasn't had a lot of success, but working hard. They've picked up an extra game next week, they play at North Cedar. Giving Bellevue a good ball game down in the River Valley tonight. But it's 3rd and 11 right now for the Blazers inside the 45-yard line. They have to get inside the 32-yard line for a first down. Thier rolling out to the left, throws it in the backfield, completed to number 44, and Tanner Ostwinkle brings it left side inside the 45-yard line, but going to lose yards. Couldn't get to the corner. Well diagnosed there by McElwain, I should say, and also there as well Deal, number 62, and good pursuit as well there in Corbin. Well, that's Corbin McElwain, number 62, number 36, the other
McElwain, yes.
And that is Cade. And it's 4th down, 11 yards to go.
And it looks like Beckman's going to keep their offense on the field. They're at the point where
why
not? Let's try to pick up this 4th down, 4th and 11.
4th and 11. Bulldogs still trying to get guys on the field here. They get their defensive starters back out, and it's 4th down, 11 yards to go, and the Bulldogs actually have to use a timeout. So the Blazers have had it the first 8 minutes of this third quarter. They trail 47-0, looking at 4th down, and they're going to go for it here. So we'll be back with more high school football right after this.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union would like to say thank you to our customers during the Patient Appreciation Event taking place through September 30th. Patients spending $100 will receive $20 off their order. Spend $200, receive $50 off your order, or spend $400 and receive $120 off your order. Contact your local Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader at 563-245-2304 or West Union at 563-422-6085 for more details. Some exclusions may apply.
The Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic is a welcome addition to Northeast Iowa. Establish care with our skilled, relationship-based primary care providers, Dr. David Schwartz, Sue McMillan, Haley Ruff, or John Hawes. They specialize in every age and life stage and provide comprehensive care for your entire family. Make your appointment today at 568-5530. Veterans Memorial Hospital Medical Clinic. New clinic, more accessible care.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
11 yards to go. Thier rolls out right, and the pass is intercepted. Here's Decker bringing it down the far right sideline now. 40, 30, 20. It's going to be gone. He intercepted it on the right side, brings it all the way over down the sideline, but it's all coming back again. A 60-yard plus interception return for a score, but a penalty on the interception.
And Coach Anderson's got to be frustrated. You know, these big plays, these nice defensive stops, all coming back because of silly things that are behind the play. Once again, if this is a block or a legal block or block in the back or hold, it was behind where Carter Decker was at by that point. It's all coming back. Ran down the field just to keep warm.
So it was 4th down. It was 11 yards to go. The pass intercepted. I believe MFL MarMac is going to maintain possession, but we had a block in the back, I believe, there.
On the return, yes.
And on the return after the interception. So at the 35-yard line is, I believe, well, they're going to mark it off there at the 35-yard line. They're going to say it occurred.
Occurred on the 35.
So they're going to mark it back now inside the 30-yard line, inside the 25-yard line. So MFL MarMac, and now here's the concern, because this is back-to-back weeks that MFL MarMac has had a number of penalties, far too many penalties.
Yeah, that's the concern is, okay, these penalties that are unnecessary. We're not talking pre-snap. We're talking away from the play, frustrations, holds that just didn't need to happen.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go for MFL MarMac. We now see that Radloff is in as a wing-back spot. Powell is as a receiver to the left. Radloff goes in motion. He'll get the handoff on the left side, trying to get to the corner. 30-yard line. Radloff's across the 40-yard line. Here's Radloff now across midfield. Inside Blazer territory. Working his way down to the 40-yard line and finally brought down at the 39-yard line. And guess what? Here's another flag down at the 34-yard line, and I think we have another illegal block against MFL MarMac, and it's a hold is what we have. So inside the 35-yard line, the penalty is going to go back. Last week you were able to overcome those penalties, but that was a 33-20 ball game. So both teams, too many penalties.
Well, yeah, you talk about those penalties, and yes, you're looking at this game going, well, you got a continuous clock, you've got a big win, you're going to hold on to this game, but as you look to that playoffs, you're going to get tighter and tighter ball games as you get better competition. These are killers.
Margin of error, when you get into the postseason, again, this is taking a touchdown off the board or taking a big run off the board. You've taken a couple of touchdowns off the board, and again, it means nothing in this ball game. I get it. You're up 47-0. But if you're making these in the round of the postseason, and as you go further into the postseason, you cannot have that. 1st down, 10 yards to go at their own 24-yard line. Driscoll to throw the football, rolling out right, throws it, caught by McElwain, right side, that's Kane. 35-yard line, brings across to the 40-yard line, pushed out of bounds. They're actually tackled down inbounds by Dynan at the 45-yard line, a 21-yard pitch and catch to the right side. And that's a good opportunity to run that play because McElwain rolled out to the right, and he just ran an out pattern to the sideline.
Yeah, that was just a nice pitch and catch there, and Driscoll rolling out. He didn't see the defender coming behind him, so glad he got rid of that before that guy ran him down.
At their own 45-yard line, so the Bulldogs do have some starters in here, but we do see, Christofferson is in as a wide receiver now to the right side. Decker is back in at a wingback spot on the right side. 1st down, 10 yards to go. At their own 45-yard line, Driscoll to throw the football. And again, he's got time. He's looking for Powell up the seam, left side, overshot, incomplete. He had a step on his defender. Number 33 in pursuit from behind in Cole Hirsch. It is incomplete. It is 2nd down, 10 yards to go. And that may be our final play of the 3rd quarter. So Bulldogs have hit Powell a couple of times up the seam, but I would think at some point it's just going to start running the clock out, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would think they're going to run it. They're going to try to get a play here in before this quarter ends.
Maybe they realize this is their last quarter. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Decker goes in motion. Gets a jet sweep. Left side trying to get to the corner. 45-yard line. He's across midfield. Tackled there. They push the pile ahead, and he's got 1st down inside the 45-yard line. 3rd quarter comes to an end. So same score as it was at the half. 47-0 rather. MFL MarMac in the lead as we go to the 4th. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans, we have expert lending professionals who will work with you to...
MFL MarMac football is brought to you in part by Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, the Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Bacon Concrete in Postville, and by Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. You're listening to high school football on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa.
We accidentally hit a button here live, by the way. Sorry, we started our spot a little too early. Second down, 10 yards to go. MFL MarMac leading 47-0. And again, we'll keep an eye on the other scores. It is still 22-20 in the fourth quarter. Midland leading Edco. The rest of the games, we have Midland, or I should say Bellevue, leading Clayton Ridge 20-6, but North Fayette Valley has won, again, 48-0, the final score there in their ball game against Olwine.
And that gets them in the playoffs.
Yeah, the third seed. They had already clinched the playoffs, but clinches the third seed for them. So we start the second quarter here for MFL MarMac. Driscoll still in at quarterback here as we start the fourth quarter. We thought maybe because they hurried up, they were trying to get just one more playoff as the starters. But second down, 10 yards to go. Double wing set, and Decker goes in motion, and they are going to throw the football again. Driscoll rolls out right side. He's got looking for Allert there at the 30-yard line inside the 20 overshot on the right side outside the numbers. He was covered there by... in the secondary there, Wolfkill, or actually number 87, and Bogey covering him. Incomplete, third down, 10 yards to go. So Allert, if you're talking about for MFL MarMac here, Allert is a senior. So now what you may be doing is trying to get these seniors some touches.
Exactly, yep.
And a senior class that has seen a lot of success for MFL MarMac.
They have. They've kind of turned things on a better path up here, and I think they're reaping the fruits right now.
And second down and 10 yards to go. A minute into our fourth quarter. Double wing set once again. And you have Christofferson now as a receiver to the right. Radloff goes in motion. And before we get going, do we have a delay of game penalty? We do. A delay of game penalty. And all that's going to do is the officials have no problem with this because we mark it off. That takes another 20 seconds. Bring it back. Start the play clock again. And the clock continues to move here in our second half. There is one thing that MFL MarMac has wanted to do as a football program. There is still a goal they have out there, and that is to get to the Dome. And in order to do that, you've got to win in the quarterfinals, and they have made it to the quarterfinals the last few years.
And they've made it close. But that quarterfinal game could possibly come up here through Monona, and I think they would relish the chance to get that
4 years
here.
in a row, they've been to the quarterfinals. McElwain late on the sideline, getting his helmet on. He lines up at a tight end spot. It's still second down, and before we get going, there's another flag, and we have movement up front. So
we're gonna get a timeout out of MFL MarMac here.
So all right. So the Bulldogs aren't going to take a timeout here. Instead of letting the clock move and taking that 5 yards back, they're going to take a timeout. We'll take this break with them. The only thing left to decide the final score. It is, again, a lead for MFL MarMac of 47-0.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans, we have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
Second down, 15 yards to go, and dropping back is Driscoll. Driscoll flushed out of the pocket, steps up and runs, brings it to the 40-yard line. Nice job by Driscoll saving face there. It was second and 15. He picks up 9 yards. It is third down and 6 yards to go. So MFL MarMac has had to use 2 timeouts here, even though we've had a moving clock. And the difference is, instead of taking that 5 yards, it'd be third and 11, so it's now third and 6.
And just some miscommunication there with some new folks on the field.
Double wing set, and in motion again is Radloff. He'll get the handoff right side, turns the corner, 35-yard line, makes a defender miss, and Radloff brings it inside the 30-yard line, finally wrestled down from behind. Not officially brought down yet, and they finally don't bring him down, but there's 4 Bulldogs. There are actually 4 Blazers surrounding him, and he is brought down. He was tracked down by number 55 there initially, and that was Morgan Schulte. But a first down run there by Radloff, who got a big play and, more importantly, didn't get a flag in the backside of that. Not him, but one of his teammates. And it's 1st and 10 to the 15-yard line. Picked up, 21 on that run?
25 on that run, and he can finally go, I'm in the stat book now. Something that I did is actually going to stay in the stat book.
First down, 10 yards to go. Receiver split left and right. Double wing set. Driscoll here with Radloff in motion. He gets the touch again around left side, hit in the backfield, but he's now going to be tracked down there by Schulte. Cannot avoid him. Schulte spins him ahead and actually almost windmills him ahead to the 20-yard line from behind, back to the 20-yard line. Lost 4 yards there. They were that was almost like he was twirling him, dancing. Second down, 10 yards to go, almost like a figure skater. We're ready to throw him in the air.
Yeah, just spinning around. Well, and Radloff's done such a nice job tonight of avoiding those. Those people grab the jersey and he spins out of it, but not getting away at that time. Got pulled down for a loss of a 2.
Radloff, another carry. He is a junior running back, 5'8" junior. Second down, 12 yards to go. Back to the 18-yard line. 8 minutes and counting in our fourth quarter. Driscoll with Decker in motion, and Driscoll to throw the football again. Rolling out right, throws it. It is caught by Powell in the open. Goes inside the 15-yard line. He's down to the 14-yard line, picks up 4 yards. It is third down now and 8 yards to go. Now, what we're seeing from MFL MarMac, what I will see here is couple of different plays with Driscoll rolling out to the right, getting Powell out of the backfield. Third down, 7 yards to go.
Yeah, just some different looks, maybe getting some things on film that we talked about, just giving them something to think about for those who are watching film.
Third down to the 12-yard line, 7 yards to go. And again, Driscoll went most of the second half as the starting quarterback. Third down, 7 yards to go, and they run it with number 2. Actually, it's a reverse, and it is Decker trying to go left side around the end. Decker at the 10-yard line, makes a defender miss. He's inside the 5, cuts back to the inside, dives to the end zone, touchdown, got it. Decker with a 12-yard run, and he went all over, juking on the left side. Their first score of the second half. And for MFL MarMac, they lead 53-0.
Yeah, this has been impressive. Decker did a nice job there of eluding tacklers and finding himself finally in the end zone, but an impressive offensive output tonight for the Bulldogs. I still think defensively this has been just magnificent for the Bulldogs. A lot of things for any opponent who's going to face them in the postseason to think about.
MFL MarMac will try the PAT. And Jones, the kick is up. It is high enough. It is long enough. Put it on the board. 7:03 to go. 54-0 is your score. MFL MarMac in the lead. We'll be back with more after this.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Quillen's Quality Food serving Northeast Iowa, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, RGK Portable Building serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin, and LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Again, our score, 54-0. So I think MFL MarMac, everybody has been involved for them offensively tonight. Here is the kick. Harwick at the 15-yard line, brings it up right side and runs into a host of defenders at the 20-yard line. There's Allert, and it's going to be first down and 10 yards to go. 5-yard return by Harwick. That's where they take over inside 7 minutes in our fourth quarter. And I believe we are now seeing still starters out there.
A few starters, some different faces out there, but a lot of starters still out there. And, during that last timeout or after the touchdown, The people that are staying the warmest are the cheerleaders on the sideline for MFL MarMac. They just did 54 jumping jacks, so they are staying warm. The rest of us are still cold.
Might be the smartest group on hand tonight. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 20-yard line. I'm a bit surprised the Bulldogs still have starters out there.
I am too. They're just asking for something not good to happen, an injury. You don't want that, not at this point.
First down, 10 yards to go for the Blazers, and they are going to run the football with Arns. Arns back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Now doesn't get there as he tried to run right up the gut, and there's just been nothing all night long there. Now, again, we do see, like Radloff's coming in off the sideline, stuff like that. Allert checking out here now. So you may see at this point maybe a senior taking, another kid coming in, getting the senior to come out, give him a round of applause.
That might be something they're doing. They recognize those seniors on senior night, their last regular season game here in Monona.
And again, because you're going to play, you're going to still be home next week, and then you hope to be home maybe a couple of weeks. But first things first, second down, 11 yards to go. And again, they run it with a correction. Their right side carrying the football there was, I believe, Arns again, but they're going to lose yardage as they keep it on the ground, keep it simple, and they lose a couple of yards, and it's actually number 53.
No, 28.
All right,
53
good.
was the lineman. 28 was on that carry.
And that was Isaac Burlage. Burlage, a sophomore, 5'8", 152-pound sophomore, and it's 3rd and 15. They've lost 2 yards on that. So the Blazers are saying right now, we're just going to keep it close to the vest here. We're going to let things run out here and move on.
Yeah, this is one of those games they're going to have to flush and put behind them, which is tough because it's the last one of the season.
Third down, 15 yards to go at their own 17-yard line, and they're going to throw the football now. Thier looking one-on-one. It's a jump ball intercepted by Hatt at the 40-yard line. Hatt tackled from behind by the intended receiver in Bogey at the 38-yard line with 4:40 to go. So Hatt gets a defensive pick. Most importantly for MFL MarMac, no flags down on the return.
No flags.
And at the 31-yard line is where the Bulldogs take over with 4.5 and counting in our fourth quarter. And I believe here, I think if you're MFL MarMac, you would think at a certain point you just run the football, keep it simple, perhaps?
You would think. Just hand it off, get what you can get on a run, keep that clock moving, get yourselves out of here injury-free right now.
And we see that number 21 is in the backfield here, and that is going to be Quinn McGee, and he is just a sophomore. See if he gets a few touches here. And you have Driscoll. It's going to run the football with Powell right side. Goes inside the 30-yard line. Powell's down to the 20-yard line. First down yardage and tackled there by Arns. Nice hit there by Arns. That's an 11-yard pickup, though, inside the 20-yard line. Brock Hackett will bring the play in from the sideline. First down, 10 yards to go. So, yeah, I don't know if we can say this enough. I'm just shocked they're still out there.
Yeah,
and we'll ask Coach Anderson about, after the ball game there.
He may have a very logical reason, but I'm just looking with the weather conditions and the playoffs looming. Boy, you don't want anyone getting hurt at this point in the ball game.
And I know, obviously, the penalties have been a bit concerning, so that's maybe part of that as well. Try to be clean. First down, 10 yards to go. Driscoll to throw the football here. Looking over in the middle of the field into the end zone, and the pass is caught. Is it for a touchdown?
Just shy.
Short of the goal line. It is caught there, and I believe it is number 36, McElwain, catching the ball down inside the 2-yard line to the 1, and it is first and goal at the 2-yard line. So, again, this goes back because last year in a ball game, the Blazers scored late, in which MFL MarMac felt like they had thrown up the white flag tonight here. But at a certain point, I get it. I get it. The message received, I guess. First and goal at the 2-yard line, double wing set, and Driscoll with him under center here on first and goal. Driscoll goes in, actually Decker goes in motion. They run it left side and trying to get a touch as Quinn McGee goes off left side in for the score. Touchdown, got it. Quinn McGee off left side makes it 60-0. Bulldogs in the lead.
Yeah, good touchdown there. Put it on the ground. That's what we expected to see more of. Surprised on the pass, but McGee, a chance to get in there. A sophomore running back in there, getting some time here, getting some touches, and putting some points up on the board for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you absolutely have no problem at all with McGee working hard there to get to the left side and get a touch. He's had this season for them. He certainly has had some touches, but he is been a backup running back. That's only his 14th carry of the season. Jones to try to add the PAT. The spot is up high enough, long enough, put it on the board. Jones has been good on PATs tonight. Bulldogs well on their way. They lead 61-0. Back with more after this.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is asking members to do the summer shift. No, it's not a new dance. Simply reduce your electricity use between the hours of 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. on weekdays. That's when power costs the most. So turn up the thermostat, delay the dishwasher, shift the start of laundry, and you can help keep electricity rates affordable. This summer savings message is brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative.
Bulldogs lead 61-0. Jones to lunch it away. It is picked up by Harwick, middle of the field, 10-yard line, brings it up the right side across the 25-yard line. Able to scoot ahead to the 30-yard line, tackled there. First down, 10 yards to go with 2:10 to go. So, again, this is the part that and this is just me probably being, get off my lawn type guy. But you're up big, and you're going to win this ball game here. And we talk about, payback, this happened last year, But, there's other sports you guys are going to face each other in. So again,
in good, bad, and ugly.
You just wonder, when does it end, or where does it stop?
Good, bad, and ugly. I always say, play like you've been there before. Not like it's a first time or this is payback. Just play the game like you've been there before.
So first down, 10 yards to go at their own 31-yard line, 90 seconds to go. And let's see if the Blazers here. Low snap there to the backup quarterback in number 4 in there now in Dylan Raker. Raker saves it, brings it right side to the 25-yard line. Going to lose 6 yards, but could have lost possession there. We saw him warming up on the sideline earlier, and it's a loss of yardage there. And again, I know that some people, there's no, I don't feel bad for this team. That's just the way it is. The things go. I get that. That's with a minute to go, 2nd 15. But MFL MarMac did what they wanted to do in this first half of the football game. Let's not forget that. You did what you needed to do.
Did what you needed to do, and I don't think anybody in here, with some subs, some second teamers maybe out there, I don't think anybody would have cared about that touchdown. I think you're just walking dangerous ground right here.
Yeah, second down, 15 yards to go. And again, they hand it, and there's a loss of yardage there on that second down play as number 28, Burlage, got the handoff there, and he's hit in the backfield. And making the play up there again is McElwain, and that's a loss of yardage. Third down, 15 yards to go. So the Bulldogs have not taken the foot off the throttle tonight.
No, they're playing all out the whole time, and I think Beckman's going to let this run out. They don't have to run a play here. I think they can just get off the field and get out of here.
So MFL MarMac will finish the regular season undefeated in the district. And certainly a team that can make some postseason noise. There is no doubt about that. And MFL MarMac now wins their 6th game in a row to close the regular season. They will host in the postseason next Friday night. MFL MarMac getting the best of Beckman tonight by a final score of 61-0. With the win, the Bulldogs are now 7-1. They finish 5-0 in the district. The Blazers will miss the postseason. They finish 2-4 in the district. They finish with a record there of 3-5 in this regular season. We'll take a break. Coaching interviews, game stats coming up. We'll try to get you more updates as well, especially the Midland Edco ball game. That and more when our post-game show gets underway after this.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's new redesigned People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. The account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank, ready to serve you. Stop into one of our 20 convenient locations to open a People's Checking Account. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency, Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm, and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a crop, harvest wisely, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, and by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, member FDIC. Welcome back again to Monona. MFL MarMac victorious tonight, 61-0. Edco leads Midland now, 28-22 in the fourth quarter, as that ball game is late. Also, Bellevue leading Clayton Ridge in the fourth quarter, 20-6. We'll get you a Starmont Starmont Lisbon update in just a bit. They play North Tama next week. Also tonight, North Fayette Valley victorious, 48-0. Cascade led Postville 42-6. That was in the third quarter. We'll try to get you a final score of that ball game. But MFL MarMac wins 61-0. They did it with a dominating first half. Let's go to the totals now. First off for MFL MarMac.
We'll start on the ground for the Bulldogs. Blitzben had 5 carries, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wyatt Powell, 6 carries, 39 yards. He had a touchdown. Decker had 2 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Driscoll had 1 carry for 9 yards. McGew had 1 carry for 2 yards and a touchdown. Radloff had 2 carries for 23 yards. 17 carries on the ground, 241 yards. So impressive on the ground. Some big plays in there. Throwing the ball, Zach Driscoll had 8 completions on 11 attempts, 249 yards in the air tonight. Blitzbentine had one completion on 2 attempts for 65 yards and 1 touchdown to go with Driscoll's 3 touchdowns. Receivers for tonight, Carter Decker had a reception for 62 yards and a touchdown. Powell had 2 completions for 72 yards and a touchdown. Christofferson had 2 catches, 89 yards and a touchdown. McElwain had 3 catches, 105 yards, and a touchdown, 314 yards of in the air on 9 of 13 passing, so 555 yards of offense for the Bulldogs tonight.
McHugh's touchdown run to close the scoring was 2 yards, was the shortest touchdown of the game for MFL MarMac. The shortest run besides that would have been 35 yards. They had a 62-yard pass play, 35-yard run, 65-yard pass play, 60-yard run, 59-yard pass play, 69-yard pass play, 59-yard touchdown pass play there, and a 12-yard run by Decker. Sorry, so Decker's fourth quarter, the second touchdown they scored there was actually 12 yards. But still, it was big plays galore for the Bulldogs, and especially in the first half. Let's go to the totals now for the Blazers.
For the Blazers, on the ground, they had 15 carries, negative 19 yards. The positive yardage there was Aarons, who had 6 carries. He had 1 positive yards. Rakier had a couple of carries. Thier had 8 carries. Burlag had 2 carries. 2 carries for Schultz and 5 carries for Wolfcool. In the air, TJ Thier, decent numbers, 7 of 14. Good completions there. Only 40 yards. His receivers, 2 catches by Dynan, 1 catch by Kleeser, 1 catch by Schultz, 1 catch by Wolfcool for 19 yards. That was a big play. And Ostwinkle had 2 catches, negative 1 yards there. So, altogether, they had 6 yards of offense tonight.
Yeah, and a lot of plays. First down, they started behind. And again, you're talking about a lot of backup kids that got thrown into a tough situation to begin with. Kudos to those guys for fighting through there. You see some pieces that had to grow up in a hurry this season there, and you figure another off season of work there. But when you're forced to play, again, a lot of kids that you maybe had scheduled for backup roles or maybe some JV action, and all of a sudden they're thrust into the starting role, and that Beckman will coach those guys up front. The offensive line they had last year and what they were expected to have this year, that they do a great job of coaching line play. It's just when it happens in the middle of the season, that's a little tough to change who you are in a hurry.
Right, and you have to give props to those kids. They did not give up on that sideline. Beckman was fighting, and a lot of frustration. We'll give you that. That was a frustrating ball game for them to play in, but they played hard. They worked hard. You can see those pieces coming together, and if they put the time in this summer, they'll be back and competing next year, whatever district they land in for next year, but no playoffs for Beckman this year.
Now, for MFL MarMac, victorious tonight by a final score of 61-0, did what they wanted to do, set the tone early in the ball game. Our post-game show begins. We're joined by MFL MarMac football coach Dan Anderson. And, Coach, first off here, let's talk a little bit about, there was a reason you guys had a mission in this ball game tonight here.
Yeah, our boys, you're right. We had a score to settle. We hard feelings. They knocked us out of the playoffs last year, and hey, they 255. We had it posted in the locker room. They were throwing deep balls 255 last year and scoring once we'd waved the white flag. So, we just kept the throttle down. We just kept going, and these guys played angry. I tell you, that's the best I've seen our defense play. We threw the ball well. We're going to be a dangerous team in the playoffs, I think.
Now, at any point, as the second half went on there, you guys were in control. Were you guys looking to maybe just stay healthy at that point? Those guys wanted to finish?
Just wanted to finish the game. It was a running clock, so knew it would go kind of fast. We shot ourselves in the foot there, a couple roughing the passer penalties. We can't have that. We told our guys that if we're going to go deep in the playoffs, we can't have those bonehead penalties. But, you're going to have a few, especially when you're as aggressive as our guys are. Our guys were super aggressive, and we were bringing the heat. We were coming after these guys.
Let's talk a little bit about defensively, because it really started on first down. Every series, you guys, especially in the first half there, you put them behind the chains right away.
Yeah,
and it really started with the guys up front there. Cade McElwain to start with, lots of guys in the backfield.
Yeah. We were dialing up the blitzes, and these guys executed the game plan to about perfection. Cade had an amazing game. He had, I think, 100 yards receiving, and I think he might have, he probably a leader in the district, and I think he broke the school record in tackles for loss in the game, and Cade McElwain had one heck of a football game tonight. But there's a lot of guys around. They were all swarming the ball, and they had that look in their eye. We played angry. Those kids we were gunning for them.
Now the other thing is about this. You started out with Blitz Bentina quarterback tonight. Came out in a Wildcat.
Oh yeah. We've been working that all year. We want to try to make sure that we've got we had to work it a little bit, in a game situation, and when when teams want to pack the box and stuff, we want to have to, they're going to have to defend something else. And we want them to see that on film, and we want to make sure that teams know that we can throw the ball, and I think that teams in the playoffs are going to know we can throw the ball.
Were you guys working on some things in the second half there, trying to, again, get some more things on film?
Yeah. When once the game was in hand, we want to. There's things that we've been working and game planning for the last couple of weeks, actually, that we want to. We want teams to see that we're going to take some shots downfield and stuff, and because when we get against a really physical team, we want them to back off a bit. So we wanted to throw the ball downfield, and we did a pretty good job of it tonight.
The big plays, man. I mean, and it was a lot of big plays tonight, and different players.
It was. I don't even know how many different guys scored touchdowns tonight, but there was a lot of different guys that got the ball in their hands, and it wasn't a one-man show again. I mean, we got a lot of guys that can make plays on our football team.
I believe the first half you ran 17 plays and had 7 touchdowns in the first half, I believe.
That's pretty impressive. We'll take that.
And obviously, we talked about you guys defensively, but really, on offense, it's that inability to maybe focus on one thing, because you guys don't have that 1,000-yard rush or 1,500-yard rush or whatever. It's different guys contributing. You have the speed of Decker, which, again, it's always a threat. We saw that tonight.
Yeah. I coach the defense, and Coach Pomerantz and Coach Burke do a great job with the offense, and I coach the defense, and I always say that if I had to defend us, I'd have I wouldn't be able to sleep all week. I'd have nightmares, because we move the ball around to a lot of different guys, and great game plan out there. I mean, there were certain things we saw on film that they did last year. I tell you what thing, Coach Pomerantz probably spent, and I'm not even exaggerating, I bet he spent 50 to 100 hours watching film of Beckman last year in the offseason. We're talking back in January, February, March. He had every play scripted up, and every play we ran exactly how they lined up against it, because we figured they'd have the same game plan. And so we had plays, that are plays we already run, but we had variations of them, where we hit Powell down the seam out of the backfield, because, we're like, well, they don't consider a guy in the backfield. We could tell on film they don't consider that guy a passing threat. Obviously, Powell can come out of the backfield and go down the seam, and they had cheated their free safety over to the tight end wing side, so there was an open seam spot there. So that's why we took a shot with Powell down the seam a couple times. So there's things that we were game planning just for these guys.
Right now, and obviously that can lead to things in the postseason as well. But defensively, I think that you realize that you guys can hold teams in check, you think, as you move forward?
We get a lot of pressure, and those guys, they're smart and they're aggressive, and, this year we're blitzing more than we ever have. And, sometimes you can get burned on it. And, we have once or twice this year, but those guys are really smart. They understand the scheme. I mean, and they are usually always in the right position. And those DBs know that when we're bringing the heat, that quarterback's going to have to get rid of that ball in 1.6 seconds, or he's going to get hit. And so we can play a little bit tighter coverage. And yeah, we brought a lot of heat tonight from a lot of different angles, kind of like we did against Regina.
You mentioned the penalties.
Yeah.
And that's got to be something if you're going to move forward there. Bryce Radloff had 3 big plays tonight.
All called back.
Right. So those are things that have to be eliminated, right?
Sure, you're right. And we told the kids that. We said, hey, if you guys want to make it to the Dome or further, those are the things we can't have in a big playoff game, is bonehead block in the back, or different things like that. And some of those penalties are going to happen when you're super aggressive and fighting for blocks. And we ask those kids that they give a ton of effort. Sometimes they do things they shouldn't do, but you can't fault their effort. But we got to clean those things up, because those things can take you out of the playoffs if you're going against a really, really good football team. But I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be a team having to come to Monona next week. After they see this game on film.
Who do you think's going to be coming here next week? Maybe South Hardin.
I think
maybe
South Hardin,
Regina,
Durant. But I don't know what the Regina Durant score was, but I think I heard Regina was winning. So I think it's going to be Durant, and they've got the leading rusher in the state of Iowa. I think all class is that Nolan DeLong, and he's a Division I running back, and he is good. And he's at probably 1,800 yards going into tonight's game. So, I mean, he's averaging about 290 a game. And then, South Hardin would probably be the other team that might be coming up here. And, they're a physical defense. I watched them on film. So,
and I think a Durant team that beat Cascade earlier this
year.
They
did. They beat them 28-12.
Yeah. So, again, you don't expect to buy.
So, no, it's going to be a tough team, whoever comes here. Now they're all tough, but we're a tough team too. And, they got to have a long road trip up here to Monona, and we have great fans.
Yep.
And we want to thank our fans for everybody that comes up here and cheers us on, and that really gets these guys fired up.
Yep, going to be home next week. It's a good place to start. Maybe for a couple of games, but first things first, right?
That's right. Let's take it one at a time.
All right, congratulations, Coach. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, thanks.
MFL MarMac football coach Dan Anderson and his Bulldog team victorious tonight, 61-0. Back with more when our post-game show continues after this.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to protect your dream home. And with equipment breakdown coverage, we'll also protect the things that keep your dream home running. So if you experience a sudden mechanical or electrical breakdown in your home, you're covered. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
Refer to policy for equipment breakdown covered losses, deductible limitations, and exclusions. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
Looking for a checking account with no monthly requirements or service charge? People's State Bank's new redesigned People's Checking Account is just what you're looking for. The account includes free debit card, online and mobile banking, bill pay, and much more at no cost to you. You heard that right. No cost to you. We're your local community bank, ready to serve you. Stop into one of our 20 convenient locations to open a People's Checking Account. People's State Bank. Member FDIC.
MFL MarMac football is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Quillen's Quality Food serving Northeast Iowa, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Sincerely Yours Interiors by Kay in Monona, Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, RGK Portable Building serving Northeast Iowa and Southwest Wisconsin, and LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Welcome back once again to Monona. MFL MarMac victorious tonight by a final score of 61-0 as they defeat Beckman in this Week 8 matchup. Again, Edco leading Midland 28-22, hoping we'll try to find out if that's a final for you before we're out of here today. But also, Durant has lost tonight to Regina, correct?
Durant has lost to Regina.
So that means Regina's the 3 seed in that district. Durant would be the 4 seed.
And Denver has beaten South Hardin, so South Hardin is going to be the 4 seed. So those are good possibilities for coming this way.
And again, right when we think we've got an idea, it never works out that way, but we just thought we'd pass that along. As far as other finals tonight, North Fayette Valley has wrapped up the 3 seed in their district. They won tonight over Olwine, 48-0. Cascade defeated Postville, 49-14. Bellevue has defeated Clayton Ridge. This just went final, 20-14. And Lisbon led Starmount. We don't have a final score.
14-0 is what's
that was in the third quarter. Yeah. So Lisbon, again, in that game, Starmount plays a Week 9 ball game next week. They will not make the postseason there, as Bellevue took that position in that district as they were victorious tonight against a good Clayton Ridge effort, 20-14, the final score there. Blazers lose this ball game, and again, you've had a bunch of young kids thrown into a tough situation tonight as they lose this ball game. They're out of the postseason. So good luck. We hope to catch up with the Blazers in the future, as well as Coach Mark Atwater. And for MFL MarMac, again, they play. They're on all cylinders. This is going to be a fun postseason in Class 1A.
They play as good as anybody can play in Class 1A when they play like they did tonight. You know, the defense was on point all night long. They were able to go big plays. They've shown that they can grind it out. I think if there's one thing you want to criticize tonight, it was penalties. You know, silly penalties on, away from the ball and, late hits. those kind of things got to be cleaned up for the postseason. But they're playing their best ball at the right time of year, and they're going to be a dangerous team, I think, come playoffs.
You like the physicality they play with, but you're right. That's the point there where it doesn't want to go over the line. So MFL MarMac figures to be, again, a tough out in the postseason, and they have a chance to make a run in Class 1A. They've done it the last 4 years in a row. They've been to the Elite Eights.
Yeah,
they have another goal they want to get to.
And that's something, the people down in Boone, when they start having their conversations tonight about who's going where, those are the kind of conversations they're going to have. This is a big win. They're a dangerous team. They've been here year after year after year. Do they get rewarded for that? Who comes to play? How often do they play here? Do they get to play 3 rounds here in Monona? All speculation on our part, but it's fun to talk about.
And we'll be here next week in Monona. Countdown to kickoff at 6, game time at 7. We'll talk with all of our local coaches. Game time at 7 o'clock. Hopefully a long postseason run, no matter who's in our area.
Yeah, we're waiting to hear from Edco. If they can pull that out, they're in the postseason as well, so hopefully a long postseason run. North Fayette Valley's in. Some local teams.
And we have some teams playing Week 9 ball games as well, so Clayton Ridge and Starmont among those teams. So again, the final score tonight, MFL MarMac 61, Beckman nothing. That's your final score here from Monona. For Coach Aaron Hammond, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to, once again, Dakota Hammond for running our camera tonight. We'll have the video stream next week as well here in Monona, and also thanks to Michaela Erickson for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlight scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click on the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be. Check us out online at 4browns.com.
MFL MarMac Football is brought to you in part by Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Conoco Floor Covering in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Ems Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. And by Furniture Showcase and Allwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments.